All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a special edition of Solo TV 84. I'm very excited for today's guest. We got IamBaal. Ball, how you doing today, sir?
Good.
All right, Ball. Now this is the one that they've been waiting for, man. And I apologize that it was a little late to begin with. We're having some crazy weather here, but hey, if this stream cuts off, you guys know then the tornado probably touched down where I'm at. So, Ball, quick question. So, you've been talking about cryptos. You're one of the first people I actually saw talk about cryptos consistently until I started watching some other guys like Amir Rosnick and Craig Grant and a bunch of other guys out there. How did you get into cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin? How did you find out about it?
Well, I started watching a brother on YouTube. He actually still has a channel. His name is Da Vinci 15.
Mm-hmm.
And he's actually a Black Canadian brother. And he was talking about it before it even came out. When all these cryptocurrencies, before they get released, what they do is they put on the internet, it's called a white paper.
Mm-hmm.
And that white paper basically explains what this currency is, what does it do, and when are they either going to release them or have a pre-sale or whatever. So he was the one that was talking about it extensively. That's where I found out about it.
Okay. Now, well, how many years was this? Was this a couple years ago or recently, or how long ago was it?
Yeah, Bitcoin started around 2009.
So you've known about it since the beginning?
Yeah,
Really?
I known about it since the beginning, but a lot of the people, like a lot of the people, I really didn't believe in it, so I didn't invest in it.
I bet you're kicking yourself in the foot right now for not doing that.
Oh yeah, definitely, because Da Vinci, he wound up becoming a multimillionaire out of it,
Mm.
and but what happened with me is, flash forward to 2015. I don't know if you know the other YouTuber. His name is Vention Migto.
Vention Mito? Yeah, I've heard of Vention. Yeah.
Yeah, so he started talking about it a lot, and he started pushing me. He was just like, "Come on, come on, come on! I'm telling you, it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big." And I said, yeah. So he basically took me by the hand, showed me how to set up a wallet, and around that time it was like $400 a coin. So I put in a little over 400, and then I just watched it rise and rise and rise. I mean, so those were the two YouTubers that that basically pushed me to get into Bitcoin.
Okay. Now, when you first got into it, I mean, it sounds like most people, myself included, you sounded skeptical or you had reservations about it. Could you tell me why you didn't, when you first heard about it, you didn't jump on it?
Well, like a lot of people, we're all used to what we presently know. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, we all know PayPal. We all know debit cards. We all know credit cards. So this was something that was totally, totally new. This is something that's not issued by any bank. It's not issued by any government. So it was something, I would say in my case, it was something more so I just basically didn't understand it. So basically, if I really didn't understand it, I didn't believe in it. So it was like, nah, this is not going to go anywhere.
It's funny.
Say that this is the current attitude, in America and then in different places. Just the people don't understand it.
Yeah, definitely. And I get that a lot too when I talk to different people from all walks of life. When you try to talk to them about it, they don't understand it, so they are dismissive of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't even want to hear what it is.
Yep.
So
But
so
this,
now, Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. You go ahead.
So now you've heard about it. You start to you put money in it. Did you then go from Bitcoin to altcoins, or did you just do Bitcoin for a while then?
Yes, I'm currently right now I'm invested in 9 different altcoins right now. So because I mean the altcoins are really taking off as well too. I mean, case in point, like you look at Ethereum, for example, and the big rise in Ethereum. Ethereum started, if I can remember off the top of my mind, Ethereum only started like 2 years ago
Mm-hmm.
and went live, and they were doing the pre-sale. I mean, I really wasn't really cognizant of that, but I would say the coin came out, and within a matter of days, it was only like $2 a coin.
Damn.
Now, flash forward 2 years later, in this year, only about a couple of weeks ago, it flashed up to $300 a coin.
Mm-hmm.
So Ethereum, once again, another coin that's making people millionaires out here. So yes, I am heavily invested in 9 different altcoins, and I'm looking forward to them to going up. Because I remember, you were talking about in your last hangout, like I have no desire to work until I die.
Mm-hmm.
you know, so this as a way to retire and to be done with this.
And I think you and I are on the same page. And I mean, I've, ever since I found you, and you know how I found you. I found you because you and I were put on that infamous list. And I've noticed, Ball, like your content in the last several months, you have 90% of your content now is crypto related. And myself, I would, I've noticed myself too. I mean, my content is still a lot of, I talk about dating, a lot of stuff, but I've noticed myself talking about it more as well, because I've noticed that, and mind you, I've been, compared to you, I've only been doing it for 2 months, so I'm a baby. I'm never ever gonna pretend that I'm I'm a doctor of this or nothing like that. I always tell people, hey, this is my journey, and I want you guys to follow me. But one thing, and I think you can relate to this, the more you do it or learn about it and then you see the results, it kind of gets addicting, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely. And I mean, little by little, day by day, it gets better every
Mm-hmm.
time. That's how you make it work.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ball, one of the biggest things, and you already mentioned it, and I want to talk about it, is a lot of people are skeptical. Even when I make my videos, and I think my videos, what I try to do is I try to make it as whatchamacallit. I try to make the videos as digestible as possible. What I mean by that is I want people to be able to understand what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Um, and so I try to mix the food with the medicine. Have a picture of a hot chick, whatever. Get Negroes' attention. Um, my question to you, Ball, is with what we're looking at here in the future. I mean, we're looking at automation and universal basic income and other stuff. Um, and I guess the question I'm asking is, why is it that Bitcoin? You got to remember, in 2012, 2013, it had a bubble then, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, around then, and there was a lot of noise about it. And then now, we're in a bubble as well, or at the end of one, depending on who you speak with. My question to you is, why are people still doubting cryptocurrencies?
You saying why are they?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Oh yeah, that goes right back to what I was saying, because there's just a lot of ignorance in America, particularly. I mean, you know, uh, I would say in this week coming up, I'm going to do a whole lot more in-depth videos talking about crypto specifically, you know, because as far as adoption is concerned, it has picked up a lot in America, but in different places, like let's say even in the Philippines, there's a lot of people using Bitcoin out there. You know, there's a lot of people using Bitcoin in Russia and China.
Japan.
So yeah, Japan. America is so far behind because there's just a lot of ignorance here.
Mm-hmm.
It really is, you know. We can get the public to adopt this and understand that it's not really hard. You know, I try to tell people all the time, I am by no means an expert on Bitcoin, but I can tell you basically what it is. I can tell you how to set up a wallet on Bitcoin. I
Mm-hmm.
can show you how to send Bitcoin. It's real simple. I mean, do you have a wallet yourself?
Yeah, I've got a Jax, and then I've got my Coinbase as well that I use.
So did you, oh, so you basically have sent and received and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
But
so
not much. Not much. I'll be honest. Not much.
yeah, but what I'm saying is it's easy, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. It's
Yeah, it's
very. I
very
mean, it's.
easy. So
You know what? What I did, Ball. I'm not gonna lie. Is I watched a YouTube video by a gentleman known as BTC Kyle, and
uh-huh.
it's very simple. I mean, there's so many content creators, Ball, out there that give information on. You know, I remember you were one of the people that I first heard about Coinbase, as well as brother Ian Balina, and then I went over to Bidrex. But one thing for me, and we'll talk about my strategy a bit later because it's similar to yours. But I think that the thing that was confusing and still is at times is that it goes deep. However, it's not that hard once you realize that, hey, this shit is really simple. That's why you see those videos that I post about Coinbase. I'll do a Bitrex one probably here soon, but it's very simple to sign up on Coinbase and get started. And I know, Ball, you're not a fan of Coinbase anymore, but you know.
It has its problems. I mean, I think eventually it will, you know, they will iron it out. But right now, there are a lot of people that are frustrated with Coinbase for very good reasons. You know what I'm saying? So, but this brother said he needs to get help his education on cryptocurrency. That's really easy. I mean, all you got to do when you get on YouTube is you type in Bitcoin basics. That's all
Mm-hmm.
you do. And I tell people all the time, all you need to do hour a day. Just do an hour a day. Everybody has an hour a day to watch these videos. You're going to look up how to set up a wallet. You're going to look up how to buy the Bitcoin. You're going to look up how to store your Bitcoin. You're going to look up how to send your Bitcoin. This is all real simple knowledge, you know. So
The sad part of this, Ball, is that I've made probably over half a dozen videos. And then I hear people who have watched the video say, oh, I really need to get started on this. And then the next video, hey, I really need to get started on this. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you waiting for? You every fucking comment, you keep saying, I need to get started on this. And Ball, one of the things that I keep hearing, and this is misconception number one, and me and you kind of spoke on this, is that a lot of people think that Bitcoin or cryptos in general are a pyramid scheme. And I literally was just on the phone because, like I said, I was racing home here with a girl that I'm talking to, and I was talking to her about Bitcoin. Funny thing, instead of getting in her panties, but I was talking to her about Bitcoin, and she said, "Well, it sounds like a pyramid scheme," and I was just like, "No, no." Well, tell the people why Bitcoin isn't a pyramid scheme. I know you've done it before, but tell the people real quick why it's not, or why it is, if you think it is.
well, basically, a pyramid scheme is somebody says, I have this idea,
Mm-hmm.
and then I need X amount of people to invest in the idea.
Mm-hmm.
And once you give me money, I'm going to develop this idea. Or you're going to invest that money, let's say, into a stock system or something like that, and you are supposedly good at, you're going to guarantee these people a return. This has nothing to do with Bitcoin. Absolutely. Bitcoin basically was created by either a gentleman named Satoshi Nakamoto. People, nobody really knows, because this person has never come forward and said who he is. Bitcoin is a code. It is cryptography. It is basically mined by computers the way you would mine, let's say, gold or silver. That's where that comes from. What makes it valuable is the fact that there are people using computers to mine this. And every
Mm-hmm.
time math is solved, they're guaranteed a set amount of Bitcoin for their efforts. So these miners, they have to invest in computer programs, they have to invest in hardware, they have to invest in electricity. So this is a very expensive thing to do. So this has nothing to do with the pyramid scheme. This is people that are working to make this happen. And
Right.
that's what makes any currency valuable. What makes silver valuable? What makes gold valuable? It is the labor that it took to get that silver or that gold out of the ground.
Right.
So that's
But
why
see,
this.
okay, not to cut you off, Ball, but see, then their response is, well, if it's not a pyramid scheme, how come you need more people to buy Bitcoin for the value to go up? That's what they usually ask me next. What do you say to that talking point?
Well, same thing. I mean, unlike your dollars that are in your wallet or what wherever you store your dollar, Bitcoin is capped at 21 million Bitcoin. So it's scarce. And
Mm-hmm.
anything that's scarce and that is greatly desired is going to go up in value. That, I mean, that applies to anything. You know what I'm saying? So, you can answer these people is like, this is why our money is so devalued, because they can print it and print it and print it to infinity.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's true.
And
That's true.
a lot of these currencies around the world, if you look in your history, they have gone down. They have crashed down because of hyperinflation and whatnot, because they keep printing and printing and printing. This is not going to happen to a system like Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the value is definitely going to go up.
And I believe BGS posted a shout out to BGS, a video. I believe I could be mistaken. It's Italy or Spain somewhere where the banks, you know, they're in need of a bailout, and they're thinking about maybe using cryptocurrencies. People there, because that's what people did in Greece a few years ago, if you remember, when that happened. And I think that the biggest issue is that a lot of people just don't understand it. But what's frustrating to me, I'll be honest, is that people don't even want to understand it. But Ball, one thing is for you. You said is if people don't want to understand it, basically it's their loss.
Yeah, I mean, if you go online and you look at Satoshi, you type in Satoshi Nakamoto quotes, and those
Mm-hmm.
those are always really great to read. I think one of his most famous quotes is, he said something like, "If you don't get it, I can't help you to get it," and something like farewell or something. And we all pretty much have this attitude because it's not hard to understand. Maybe you didn't get it in the beginning, but in this current future, it's going to be even bigger than what it is right now. I mean, they really understand this a whole lot better than me. They're looking at a possible 10,000 per coin Bitcoin probably next year. So this is one of the greatest, most exciting times to get into Bitcoin. The brother Frank is asking me, do I store my coins on a hardware wallet? No, I don't right now. What I'm doing is blockchain.info, and
Mm-hmm.
that's where wallets are created at. This is where I'm storing my coins right now. I store my coins primarily on my iPad for now, and then on my phone. and then I have like another offline wallet that I'm using. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Awesome. Now, Ball, this is one of my favorite questions, and I mean this sarcastically. Number two is people say it's not a real currency because it's not backed by anything. What do you say to those people who use this as a talking point because it's not a fiat currency? And cryptocurrencies are basically, as I heard one skeptic say, it's fairy dust money.
Well, same thing. I mean, I don't try to get too technical, but sometimes
Mhm.
you have to. I mean, what is your fiat backed by?
Well, back
When you
in
look
the
at your
day,
paper money, it's
yeah.
backed by what do they say? Faith?
It used to
You know
be
what I'm
backed
saying?
by
So I
silver and
mean,
gold back in the day, way back in the day.
it used to be exactly. So it is literally worthless money. That's exactly what it is. Uh, Bitcoin is backed by a strong code that's never been broken. It is backed by proof of stake. It's backed by proof of work. It is backed by miners who are keeping this whole network up. So I believe the last time I read something that Bitcoin has literally been attacked. It has been tried to have been hacked ever since is yet the blockchain is still up. So they have tried every single way to destroy the network, but yet we're still here. You know what I'm saying? So it is backed by the power of the network that's here. It's not going anywhere. And on this now, they're going to miss out on probably the greatest thing that has ever come about in our lifetime.
Mm. Now, Ball, one thing that and I had conversations as well with other YouTubers. They say, well, how can it be a currency if you can't use it, but you can use it? You know what I mean? To buy goods and services and whatnot. What I think, Ball, and not to once again jump ahead here, but I think in the future, cryptocurrencies will be even more tangible in terms of usage because the technology is still evolving, if you think about it. What do you think of that when people say it's not a real currency because of this, but yet brother IamBaal, I saw him make a video where he went to Vancouver and they got now what they call BitPay ATMs, right? Where you can use Bitcoin, withdraw Bitcoin, and businesses use it now. So I find I'm a little flabbergasted when people say it's not a currency, but yet there are businesses, legitimate businesses that use it.
Yes, all you have to do, same thing, Google, type in businesses that use Bitcoin, and you're going to find so many internationally. You have a lot of, I believe, I'm not sure on this. I do still believe Overstock.com is accepting Bitcoin for their products. So all you have to do is type in, let's just say American companies that accept Bitcoin. Bam, you're going to see so many companies come up or more
Okay.
every day. I did the video about the BitPay Visa card, and I've been using that ever since I got that card a couple of weeks ago. It works. I can buy anything with it. I actually bought a shotgun with it recently. You know,
Yeah.
Same thing. People need to understand. It's like the usage here, it's now. You know, uh,
Okay.
if you go online, you type houses for sale in Bitcoin, you're going to find so many houses that you can buy in Bitcoin. I mean, so a lot of people are using Bitcoin for a lot of things right now. So,
Right. And Ball, I don't know if you can see my list. Hold up. Let me pull it up for you guys. 1 second. But these are businesses that currently accept Bitcoin. Overstock.com, Subway, Microsoft, Reddit, OkCupid for you online daters, cheapair.com, Expedia, Wikipedia, Steam. Hold on 1 second. Let me scroll down. Bitcoin Travel, 4chan.org, shout out to them. Whole Foods. I mean, Baal, I mean, there's a lot of legitimate businesses on this list. I don't know if you can see them, but there are a lot of legitimate businesses right here.
There's a lot of legitimate businesses. It's going to get bigger and better over time. I know that some of the people that are actually users of Bitcoin, as opposed to some of the people who don't know, I'm just going to say this real quick. You know, Bitcoin is a lot slower as far as a lot of these other altcoins that are coming up, in particular Litecoin. And what we're having going on right now is a situation called BIP 148. It's coming up on August 1st, I believe. And so it's going to be activated soft fork. And what it basically means in non-technical terms is it's going to be a way to make the whole chain run faster. Because if I buy Bitcoin over here at Coinbase, I will receive the Bitcoin instantly. When I send it to my wallet, it'll be like maybe a couple of minutes. Now, if I'm going to send it to somewhere else, let's say Bittrex or whatever, where I do most of my trading at these days, it may take an hour or less than an hour. You know, we don't live in an hour time. You know, if you want to buy a sub at Subway, you're not going to swipe your card and wait for an hour for this to process. You know what I'm saying? So what's going to happen after August is that it's going to get faster, whatever. But in the meantime, Charlie Lee has created is called Litecoin.
Yep.
And Litecoin has been built to be way faster than Bitcoin. And what he's doing with this right now is he's trying to get major business. And it's basically just a matter of time. I mean, basically he tried to get, I believe it was Amazon.com, and nothing came out of that so far. But Litecoin is really, 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 really fast as far as sending your currency to buy things and receive things. So basically it's going to get better.
Definitely. Definitely. All right. And the chat is definitely active. And man, Baal, I had a question for you. I forgot. I think it was on the list. Hold on a second. Oh, Baal, this is my favorite one. This is an easy one for you. Another misconception. And I forgot. I heard some guy talk about, I forgot his name, but he was one of those guys. He basically said that Bitcoin is a fad. It's here today, but it'll be gone tomorrow. What do you say? Baal is smiling. What do you say to that? It's here today, but it'll be gone tomorrow. And he said that a lot of people are going to lose a lot of money and will be hurt.
They don't understand the literal millionaires that are holding Bitcoin. They don't understand businesses that are slowly but surely getting involved in Bitcoin. This is not a fad. This is now. This is the power of now. You know, same thing going back to explain the basics of Bitcoin. Time in our history that we can know of, it's like every single currency has been, you know, put out here by a government. And in order for you to conduct business or whatever, you had to have money, whatever you want to call it, conducted by, you know, created by a government. For the first time in our history, you have a currency that's created by a private individual or group of individuals that anybody can use. You don't need permission from anybody to get it. You don't need permission for anybody to send it. You know, if you're having any problems, let's say you're a guy and you owe a lot of child support and they freeze your bank account, you know what I'm saying? Or you owe the IRS a lot of money and they freeze your bank account or whatever. It's like with Bitcoin, when you know your private keys, when you know your password, IRS, the Marshal Service, nobody can touch your money. So you can, you know, you can still operate outside of their system of control. So this is the first time that this has happened. So same thing. We don't try to sit here and waste our time to the people that don't get it. The people that can see how powerful this is, they're going to roll with it. They're going to make the system get stronger, and hopefully we're all going to get richer behind this, and that's what it's all about.
Definitely. Baal, what we got a brother asking, does he recommend any specific sites to invest in cryptocurrencies?
I'm pretty much right now on bittrex.com. That's BITTREX.com.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good one.
Mm-hmm.
What he needs to basically try to find out is, are they available in your area? That's another thing. I don't know if this is applicable to other states and whatnot, but for New York State, we have something that's called like a bit license or whatever. And what New York State is doing is you have to pay them this ridiculous amount of money in order to be able to sell or buy Bitcoin. So this is the reason why a lot of Bitcoin is closed out of New York State. And I think the only one we have right now is like Coinbase. Huh? What'd you say?
Oh, I didn't say anything. Keep going.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I think the only one we have going on right now officially is Coinbase. You can also get your Bitcoins through local Bitcoins, but as far as trading and also right now, the best platform that I'm dealing with right now is bittrex.com. So that's real easy to join. All you have to do is join with your email, and then you're going to have to give them a copy of your driver's license. You're going to have to give them a copy of one of your utility bills. And I think when I did all that, I did it on my smartphone, and they got back with me within 2 days, like authorized to start trading. So
definitely. Baal, for beginners such as myself, because like I said, I've been in 2 months, but I still use Bittrex lightly, but I'll talk more about why I do. But for beginners like myself and Nick, do you think Coinbase is sufficient? I mean, I think it's decent for beginners. What do you think?
Coinbase is decent for beginners, but just like what's going on right now, and I'm not going to speak to that specifically, but some of the problems that people have been having is like, once some of these coins get to some of their highs, all of a sudden Coinbase is down right now. It's like this has happened so many times, and now a lot of people are thinking like they're doing it on purpose to be able to slow down their losses or whatever. So I mean, we really don't know. But as far as you're buying and selling, yeah, it is working. As far as you're buying and then taking your Bitcoin out of there, or taking your Ether out of there, or taking your Litecoin out of there, yeah, it's good. It works.
Yeah. And quick shout outs. Thank you to those who donate. Thank you to Shaw Willie, Nick Parrott. I see you. Carl the Tactician. Carl, this is a one-on-one, man. Carl Ball is my, he's the financial infotainment guru here on Solo TV 84. He's my co-host. I don't know, Ball, if it's cool with you, if he can hop on. That's up to Ball. But this is Ball's time, so we appreciate having him on. I might have to slide him a Bitcoin here after this interview. We got to support each other. Ball, I'm gonna ask you a question. I know you see the buffoonery that's going on in the Negro sphere, or whatever you want to call it, in the Black community. You got pro-blacks who are confused. you got a lot of stuff, people talking about this. Why, Ball, in your opinion, aren't Black folks talking more about financial freedom, like investing your money? And I'm talking in general, whether it's Bitcoin or gold or silver. Why do people gravitate towards these fuckeries? I know right now the hottest name on the Black sector is Bernie 66. She's everywhere right now, Ball, and everybody's making commentary about her and Cynthia G. why is it that black folks gravitate towards those kind of content that will not make them rich, that will not do anything, but when it comes to stuff that you and I are talking about, they just yawn and roll their eyes? What's your opinion on that?
Well, before I get into that, the brother's asking me, why do you have to show a driver's license to trade Bitcoin? All of these exchanges in some of these different states, they have to be licensed by their respective state in order to, to go into business. So that's one of the requirements. I think it's also something under the Patriot Act, where if you want to join a bank or any kind of financial institution, you have to show ID. You know what I'm saying? So that's why. Now going into the black community, like what you're saying, that was one of the reasons why I got away from, the social commentary on my videos as far as the black community, because I basically came to this conclusion that none of these so-called problems are ever going to be solved. They're not going to be solved, and that I'm here to better myself, better anybody that wants to listen. And so those type of people that are still worried about, this one or that one, or I mean, right now, the nonsense that's going on right now, as far as everybody talking about Amber Rose and everybody's talking about Jay-Z's new album. This is all complete fuckery. I mean, you are wasting time on something that it's not going to make you any money. You're not going to be able to pay your bills with all this gossip. It's just a waste of time. So, real people right now are getting rich off of this cryptocurrency business. And, of all people, black people right now, I mean, bam, this is the people that we really, really, really need to get some money, because money is power. And with that power, you're able to do things, you know what I'm saying? Instead of wasting 5 hours a day watching I hate black woman videos or
Oh,
it's a waste of time.
one of the things, Ball, that I love, you made a video a couple days ago, and I forgot the title, but you mentioned that people have this conception that you got to wait for the coins to hit their full market value before you can make money off of it, right? And you said that's not the case. I made a video, Ball, I don't know if you saw it, called "How My Best Friend Made turned $5 into 9,500," right? And he invested. He just put all he did, Ball. True story. He put $5 in Bitcoin back in 2013. A couple years later, he forgot about it. He was listening to Joe Rogan. I don't know if you know who he is. He forgot about it. A couple years later, he looked. Fuck, my Bitcoin turned into $9,500. He didn't trade it. He didn't do anything. He just let it sit there. What is your take on that? That people think that for Bitcoin to hit its, for you to make money off of Bitcoin, you have to wait until it hits its cap.
Yeah, I mean, you don't. I actually read an article today. I can't remember. I have all this stuff sent to my phone, but there was a guy did I think it was 2010. He invested. I think it was like it wasn't much. It was like less than $2,000. He got like 20,000 Bitcoins out of this, and then flash forward a couple of years later, this guy is a millionaire. All these people that either joined on to Bitcoin in the early days, or let's say Ethereum, you know what I'm saying? If you joined on to Ethereum when it came out for $2 a coin or whatever, 2 years later, you become a millionaire. 2 years is not a lot of time. It's really not. It's really not a lot of time. So this is why I got away from the social commentary videos. I got away from all of that, because that's all a waste of time. What we all want to do, those of us who are smart, we want to get wealthy so we don't have to work anymore. We don't have to be a working slave. You don't, I know for myself, I would like to travel in
Hmm.
these next couple of years and see a different country every year and, really, really live it up. That's my definition of living up. I don't have a desire for a nice big car and this and this and that. I just want to travel all the time, so
Hmm. Certainly,
it's a
Ball.
waste of time.
And Ball, this brings me to my third question. There's the third misconception. There are a lot of people who, say, well, and this, me, myself included before I did my research, but, well, you need to have a lot of money to invest in Bitcoin or altcoins. I don't have much money. I have a kid say, I'm a college student. I don't have a lot of money to spare. What is your take on this, Ball, where people feel like you need thousands of dollars to invest to make money? What is your take on that?
When I got started, I was only doing like $25 a week,
Hmm.
so that's not a lot. People don't understand. You can buy fractions of these coins, and I think today
Yes.
it's like $2,500
Yes.
per coin.
Facts.
You don't have to buy that much. You can, huh?
I
Yeah.
said that's
I mean,
facts.
so
Yeah.
that's all I was doing. I was only doing $25 a week, and then eventually I increased it to $50 a week, and over time I was started buying $100 a week, and then bam, I had a little over 2 Bitcoins. So I mean, so this is how you do it. It's the same thing with silver or gold. I don't know where gold stands at today. It may be like 1,000 something an ounce or whatever, $1,200 an ounce. When I first started doing the gold, I didn't have any money for the gold.
Hmm.
It's as far as buying one full ounce. All I started doing is buying the grams. Little tiny grams, and it was like $50 a gram. So I mean, same thing. You got a lot of people that, especially black people, you can sit here and buy uh $200, $300 sneakers, sometimes even more than that. But you're telling me you can't buy Bitcoin to secure your future?
Right. And another thing, Ball, BGS said the best, you know, and I say this too. I mean, don't put your fortune into it, put your lunch money into it. When you invest, and once again, me and Ball, we're not financial gurus. This is infotainment, people. So if y'all trying to sue us, fuck y'all. Um, but be willing to put as much as you're willing to lose. And look, you people, you brothers go to the strip clubs, you go to these clubs, nightclubs, you spend 50 to $100 every week going to these bars, hoping to pick up some slur and going home with your dick in your hand. Why not cut that money in half? Instead of spending $100 at the club, take 50 with you, and the other 50 put into altcoins or Bitcoin. Why not? At the
Yeah.
end of the day, going to the club, you're not going to make any money back. You're not going to see any results. Even if you do, you might bust a nut and wake up with an STD in hand. But with these type of coins, at least you are able to see some form of return. And me, I've been doing it for 2 months, but I've already seen, a 30% return on my little investment. And I'm brand new. I'm a noob. I don't know shit. And the only reason I'm doing these videos is because the more I learn, the more excited I get. And it's not just, there's so many people, like Ball said, that have turned into millionaires, but there are even more people, Ball, that have turned into thousandaires. You know what I mean? People like my buddy
Yeah.
who put $5 into it, got 9,500 back. People, this other guy, BTC Kyle, put $480 into Bitcoin, now got 50 grand back. I mean, people, you got to do your research. You really, and Ball, we're going to talk about this real quick. I got to touch on this, but with automation coming up, a lot of people are going to be fucked. Excuse my language, but what is your take on automation? And now they're pushing this whole universal basic income, Ball. I know you've heard of it.
Yeah.
What is your opinion on that?
Well,
Because
I
that's
watch
coming.
BGS Ibmore. Yeah, I watched BGS Ibmore recently, and he did a video with you know who Jack Ma is, right?
Jack Ma.
You Jack Ma?
I'm not familiar. Who is that?
Yeah, he's a Chinese gentleman. He created a shoe company called Zappos, and
Okay.
he became, man, I think he's a multi. So he did a video, BGS Itmore with Jack Ma saying that within the next 30 years, basically, you know, they're going to start cutting all these jobs. They're going to start cutting your hours on the job. And he was saying that a lot of people are going to be only working 4 hours a day and maybe just 4 days. And that's, they showed, you know, different McDonald's. They have self-serve kiosks, you know,
Hmm.
10 years ago in the supermarkets, they started getting them self-serve kiosks for you to buy, you know, your food and stuff like that. So this is coming, you know, people, you see the signs all over the place. I mean, Amazon is experimenting with a store where you can walk in and you could just pick stuff up. And I don't know if you would wear a device on you, but you would be scanned when you walk in. You don't even have to go to a cash register. You just walk out with the merchandise, and then, you know, money is instantly taken out of your account. All this stuff is coming. It's coming. You know, it's like the videos are out there. They are experimenting with this stuff. A lot of this stuff just sounds far-fetched for us to understand it, but it's coming. And so, you know, this is going to be a lot of people out of work. So this is the time that you need to learn about cryptocurrencies, because worrying about a job, this is no longer going to be an option in the future.
Ladies and gentlemen, IamBaal. And that's spot on. I mean, I watched a video by financial guru, for lack of a better word, Amir Rosnick, talking about, you know, UBI and whatnot, and automation. And I know BGS, he's been talking about it for the last 2 years. This is happening, people. And if you think your job, whatever your job is still going to be around, you're in for a rude awakening.
Yes,
You know.
absolutely. I mean, so the thing is, same thing. I tell people watch a lot of these cryptocurrency content providers on YouTube, just like the brother Carl saying Digibyte is less than a penny. Digibyte is one of those coins that is another straight out the gate. It's a fast coin, and they're trying to, you know, they're all basically competing against each other. You know,
Hmm.
my coin is able to send currency faster than your coin. My coin does this, my coin does that. Digibyte is a really, really, really great coin, and it is really, really, really cheap right now. So I mean, I have thousands and thousands of I mean, I only have like 35,000 Digibyte right now. So I mean, if that goes up to $1, I won't even say if, when it goes up to $1, because a lot of people are buying it, you know, I will have made a substantial profit. You know what I'm saying? So this is the thing. It's like, get into it now, because, and you know, going back to what you were saying about the black community, you know, crypto is the future. I mean, I've heard that what they're trying to do, I don't know if they've done it yet, but what they're trying to do right now is that some of these transportation places like Uber and Lyft, they're trying to get them to accept Litecoin. So same thing. I mean, it's just business after business after business are going to start adopting this. And you know, this is another thing that makes the prices go up. You know, they start adopting this, and bam, you know, Litecoin today is like 40 something dollars a coin. What they're talking about in August is like, it's easy going to go up to $100 a coin. So this is your time to get into great coins like Litecoin, instead of you buying your Newport Box 100s every day, instead of you buying your nasty natural ice beer, your malt liquor every day, you know, you need to get into this so that you can better your future, and hopefully maybe pass down some of these coins to your to your children and your grandchildren, you know.
Mm, definitely. Definitely. All right. Well, Ball, question is this question number 4 or 5? I think it's 4, right?
Probably 4, yeah.
4. Okay. Question number 4. And this we've addressed this already. Um well, but I guess Ball, you can go a little bit more into detail. How do you know it's hard? It's hard. How do I get started? It sounds hard. What advice would you give to a no who wants to get started, Ball? Besides going on Bitcoin basics on YouTube, what would you recommend that they do to get started properly? Because a lot of people think it's hard, especially Black people.
Well, what I'm gonna do, because I basically, the Migto brother walked me by the hand step by step when I didn't know anything about this. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna make a couple of videos coming up. I'm gonna make them really simple. I'm gonna walk people step by step. If you don't understand it, you can ask questions. And what I want to do is what he did with me, that is Vention Migto, is once you get your wallet and you can contact me at my email or whatever. We can send each other money back and forth. And that's how you will figure out how to send money, how to receive money, stuff like that. And then I can walk you through how to get you started up on Coinbase, Bittrex. I have another one that's pretty good. It's called lightbit.eu, and that's in the Netherlands, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not, I tell people all the time, this is not hard, people. I mean, I saw an article recently. I believe this young man was 15 at the time when Bitcoin took off, and he was able to become a millionaire off of Bitcoin, just buying and holding. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
that's all you got to do. It's real simple. So anybody that's really interested, and you are a total newbie in this, once I start making these videos, and like I said, I want to get with a lot of you that want to go further and create a wallet. I'll send you some Bitcoin, you send me some back, and we'll get you started.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Oh boy. Yeah, we got people. We got IamBaal here. Please hit the like button. Smash that like button. We got IamBaal here, taking time to, give us this game, this knowledge. Hey, Ball, we're going to talk about some more fuckery later on, but I really want to talk about this. Ball, I know you right now, you mentioned you are invested in several different coins. Which coins are you feeling right now that you are invested in or that you're looking at? Which one are you liking right now?
Of course, Bitcoin is
Mhm.
number one,
Yes,
absolutely
sir.
number one, because it is the number one cryptocurrency in the world right now. It is the most expensive. Um, but then after Bitcoin, I'm heavily invested into Verge right now. Verge it's one of those, what they say, more private cryptocurrencies. See, people need to understand your wallet address is listed on the blockchain. Your wallet address is a string of numbers and letters and stuff like that. It is listed on the blockchain. It has no name applied to that. It has no address applied to that. But this is how they bring about the accountability. So if I were to tell you what my wallet address was and you were to look it up, you would exactly see how much Bitcoin I have in that wallet. You know what I'm saying? But some of these new cryptos, they are totally doing away with that. Like a cloak coin, for example. I mean, I made some decent money on cloak coin. It's like one of those totally anonymous cryptocurrencies where you can send it and nobody will be able to see where this transaction came from, where it went. And there's a lot of things. So basically I would recommend people to look into Verge. I'm not telling you to buy Verge. It's a really, really good coin. Like somebody said in the chat room, it's, I believe right now it's less than $1. Yeah, it's totally less than $1. I think it is 1/3 of a penny right now. So I mean, I have tens of thousands of Verge. Digibyte is another one that is a really good fast coin. And you know, I have, you know, like I said before, 31,000 Digibyte and whatnot. And the way they develop the coin is that, you know, they're looking at a stable price between $1 and $10 in the next couple of years. So, you know, what we tell people all the time, just like you said, buy only what you can afford. Don't go crazy with this, and be one of the long-term holders of these coins, because the reason why, when you go to like coinmarketcap.com, you're going to see a lot of these coins in the red. That means, you know, they're basically losing value. They're losing value because a lot of these newbies, when they see a coin go from let's say 10 cents to back to a penny, they start selling, and that brings the price down. It's like, no, just hold on to the coin, and eventually it's going to go up to another high. You know what I'm saying? So that's all they need to do is hold, don't be afraid, and you know, you will be able to make a whole lot of money with this cryptocurrency business.
Yes, sir. And this is what Baal was talking about, coinmarketcap.com. You know, I don't check it as much as I should. I check it weekly. It's a good website. You know, now, Baal, do you have any opinion on Dash? That seems to be a hot one that people are talking about right now.
Dash is really hot, but I pretty much missed the boat with Dash. I mean, you know, I don't have $195 per coin. You know what I'm saying? You want to get these coins when they're like below pennies. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Ripple's looking good right now. You know, if you was to scroll down, you would see Digibyte, you would see Verge, you would see NEM is pretty good. And you know, the best way when you're looking at this thing right now is all you got to do is click on any one of those coins, and it'll show you exactly all the stats and the numbers that you need to have on here. I mean, so if it goes anywhere to like 5 cents, I'm pretty much not interested. You know, you got to get in there when it's really, 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 really cheap. And then that's when you try to sell at like 25 cents. But some of these are so good, like Ripple, which
Yep.
I'm looking at the price, 23 cents per coin. Ripple is such a great coin because it is basically created to, you know, a lot of people don't understand when banks are sending wire transfers, they are using technology that is like in the 80s. It is so ridiculous, man. It takes days to send a wire transfer from one bank to another. Ripple comes along and says, no, we can help you send some money in a matter of minutes. You know what I'm saying? So they currently have 49 banks around the world that are basically testing Ripple right now to send money from one bank to another. And, you know, pretty soon, if it goes well, you're going to see 100 more banks come on board, 200 more banks come on board. And this is what basically drives up the price. You know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is go on YouTube and see, just type in Ripple price predictions. And, you know, and if this goes up to $1, you know, people like me who have a lot of Ripple, I mean, bam, you know, this is the one coin that can basically get me out of here, you know.
And once again, I want to emphasize this to a lot of people who've hit me up behind the scenes in the comments as well. With something like Ripple or Digibyte or even Bitcoin, you don't have to buy thousands and thousands of dollars worth. If you're like that college student who hit me up, and you're only putting in $5 to $10 a week, if that's all you can afford, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
It's better than nothing. And here's the thing, and Baal will tell you this. He already said this. Even if you put $5 or $10 a week in it, when you are consistent with or faithful with putting that money in on a weekly basis, eventually it'll add up. It will. It might take a lot longer, but you're doing better than somebody who's not even putting any money in it at all, in my opinion.
Yeah. I started off in Litecoin when Litecoin was like, $2 range. You know what I'm saying? So now here we are at $49. So I mean, I made pretty good in Litecoin. So you're not dealing with a lot of money. You're not. You don't have to have a lot of money to make some spectacular gains. You really don't. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm trying to steer some of these, especially some of these black channels, that don't worry about a lot of these topics that are going nowhere. There is no solution to a lot of this stuff. The only the only thing that's going to change is you. You are the one person that can change yourself, change your bottom line, you know what I'm saying? And perhaps if I become rich and you become rich and he becomes rich and she becomes rich, basically now we can start giving back to certain worthy causes that can use our help in the black community and stuff like that. But you can't help nobody if you're poor.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Baal, and just to touch on what you're saying here a bit, I think the reason why people gravitate towards the drama is because, let's be honest, life sucks. That's what it is. And people want to be entertained. They want to forget about their mundane or boring life. And instead of doing things to educate themselves or have some wisdom in terms of how to be financially free or how to get to a different plateau in life, these people would rather just be entertained by foolishness and buffoonery.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, Baal, I'm not going to lie, man. Watching that Bernie Cynthia G interview, that shit was funny as hell. But you know what, Baal? I'll be honest. I don't know if you watched the interview. I watched about a third of it, and I had to shut it off. I mean, I don't know anybody who could sit through the whole thing because it was a fucking hot mess. But the reality is, Baal, and I said this in yesterday in the little advertisement I made for this stream, the stuff me and you are talking about, right? And not to sound crazy, but we're talking about the future. And when I say the future, we're like 5 years ahead of everybody right now. You know what I mean? We're like 5, maybe even 10. I don't know. But I can definitely tell we're ahead of everybody. If you are in this stream, we're ahead of everybody. And I hate to say this, Baal, you might disagree with me or agree, but in terms of the black community, we're 25 years ahead of everybody when we're talking about Bitcoin.
Yes.
25 years.
Absolutely. They just don't get it. I mean, let's just take this for example. Now, I saw a YouTube video, I don't know whether it was like 10 years ago, and they showed places like Japan. They showed some places like China and even some individual countries in Europe. I mean, literally, you can, most of the vending machines, you can buy stuff with your debit card. In most places in America, you can't do that here.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, even a lot of these other they claim all the time that America is the top country, this and this. Do not believe the hype. I mean, they show when you get in a cab, there is a one of those pay sensors in the back of cabs in a lot of these foreign countries. When you get in the cab in most places in America, they only take cash.
Yeah.
So it's only a matter of time. If they don't have it by now in places like Japan and whatnot, you would be able to take out your smartphone or whatever. You'll be able to pay in Bitcoin and or Litecoin. You'll be able to pay possibly in Dash or Monero or whatever. You'll be able to pay in digibyte. Matter of fact, they'll have like a device, and they'll list all the different cryptocurrencies that they will take for your ride. America is not moving in this direction. So so this is another reason why you have a lot of ignorance toward this, because Japan is
Yeah.
moving towards this. Russia recently announced that they're going to go to a national cryptocurrency in Russia. That's going to be amazing. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So I try to tell people, please listen to me. A lot of these channels, like you were talking about the Cynthia G thing. A lot of these channels, I have basically unsubscribed because they're all basically going after drama, and a lot of our people have what I say is a soap opera mentality.
Facts.
They they just want to be entertained. They're the type of people that go to World Star Hip Hop and watch all the fighting videos. You got to get mature. You got to get that diet of negativity out of your mind, because this is leading you nowhere.
Mm. Ball. And you know what, Ball? I'm not gonna sit here and pat you on the back. I mean, because I know that I do it too. I'm not gonna lie. But I'll be honest with you, Ball, and I'm not here to defend myself, but just to give you a little insight, and I know you can attest to this. When I look at the analytics, right? When I make a Bitcoin video, it's bullshit. The nobody's watching them. But when I
Yep.
make a bullshit Nicki Minaj video, Nicki Minaj this or that, 70,000 views, 50,000 views.
Yeah.
And, Ball, I was scratching my head. I'm like, when I make videos, and this, I've talked about this in the past many times on my live streams. When I make videos about like self-improvement, when I used to post motivational speeches or self-improvement clips or excerpts, they don't get any views, none.
Yes.
But when I post
Yeah.
some bullshit about, oh, Rob Kardashian and Rob China, Ball, all of a sudden the numbers go up. And you know what, Ball? It's not just the black community. I'm not trying to divert blame, but YouTube also loves to you know, push this fuckery. You know what I mean? YouTube, I've
Yeah.
noticed, when you post certain content, they will sponsor it or push it. But then when we posting stuff like you and I are talking about, all of a sudden, look at my live stream. Doesn't have a lot of people. But I bet you if I
Yeah.
made this live stream about Black China or some other shit, interracial dating, it'd be hundreds of people watching.
Yes. Yes. And
You know?
that's why I made the decision with myself. Like, I'm not here for the views.
Yeah.
I'm not here for. Some of my videos, just like what you were saying, I did a video on, white women and interracial dating. I think that has like over 10,000 views. I don't care about the views anymore. And that's a great way to weed out the people that are not serious off of your channel.
Right.
Because you have to first look at you and be like, are you here for the attention? Of course, everybody wants a little bit of attention, but I would say for myself, I'm just here to help people to better themselves, to better their families. And because, I do believe I am a prepper also, by the way. So I do believe we're going to see some major economic collapse in the next couple of years. So for you to be able to prepare your family as far as currency that will be there no matter what, silver, gold, cryptocurrency, for you to be able to buy food, for you to be able to have guns and ammunition. And these are the things, especially Black people, we really need to get, our minds on that now more than ever, instead of, uh, I saw, what's her name? Amber Rose with that stupid, ridiculous rapper. I'm like, come on, man.
21 Savage.
Uh, you know, it's just sad. It really is.
Hmm.
And especially, when you see a lot of the shootings, with the police officers and a lot of our people, it's like, especially when they're unarmed and whatnot. What we need to understand is the only way we're gonna solve a lot of these problems is getting money, and money's power.
Amen, Ball. Ball, you need to say that again. Please say that again.
Yeah, I mean, the only way we're going to solve our problems here in America is we got to get this money, and money is the power. Not really necessarily voting. No, voting doesn't really do much for you. You have to continue to donate money to these candidates, and you have to donate money to other candidates when these candidates are not doing what we want them to do. Now we got to get them out of there. You know what I'm saying? So it takes money, it takes ongoing money to get your agenda moving forward.
Right.
This standing on a corner with a Black Lives Matter sign, that's not good.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Paul, but that's hilarious because I live in Minneapolis, and when you see these Black Lives Matter protesters, half of them look like drugged out hippies, and they're Caucasian too, by the way.
They actually post up in a lot of these magazines. I mean, these are basically paid protesters. That's all it is.
Right.
So, I mean, that doesn't get you anywhere. Marching has never got people really anywhere. What gets you somewhere is to open your wallet and fund candidates that are going to put your agenda forward. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
some of the biggest group that learned that in America, and now they're getting their agenda pushed forward are, the LGBTQ community. They got all their victory through money, not by necessarily marching and screaming and acting like a damn idiot. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. All right, Ball. We got the last question in the house, Ball. And then if it's cool with you, is it cool, Ball, if I'll let my co-host hop in? He's got a couple questions for you as well, he said.
Jump on in.
All right, Ball. So the last misconception of cryptocurrencies or altcoins is that it is a scam. Now, I'm not talking about the pyramid scheme, but it's a scam because what people are saying is it's not secure and you can't get your money back if you lose it. What do you say to that skepticism, Ball?
Well, some of that is true, and what you need to do is you need to thoroughly do your homework, and you need to start asking a lot of people before you start going. Some of these coins are scams, and the way you find out about how they are scams is that there will be no information on their website as to who created this coin, who is the development team. Charlie Lee, the Chinese gentleman who created Litecoin, he was one of the people that was on the Bitcoin side of the house. So he is a well-known name. You know what I'm saying? So you have to look at the whole development team. You have to get yourself signed up for a lot of these Bitcoin websites online. They'll send you updates and this new coin, is it a scam, is it not? You have to do your homework. So basically what I do tell people all the time is, become a part of a community of people, whether it's on YouTube or off of YouTube, who are constantly researching these things. And, Bitcoin is not a scam. Ethereum is not a scam. It's here, it's strong, it's not going anywhere. There are people who are becoming millionaires. I need to be the next millionaire off of this. You need to be the next millionaire off of this. And everybody that's listening, I want all of you to be the next millionaire off of this. So I'm just urging people, get on board, cut off all this, nonsense in your life, watching all these frivolous videos and stuff like that. And hello, Carl.
What's going on, Carl? Carl's been waiting for this one.
Hey guys, what's up? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, hey man. Yo, IamBaal. I would just like to personally thank you for all of the videos you've made over the last like 3 years. Personally, definitely got my head straight on that. And
thank you.
And let me see, SPI Hybrid. I think like you guys were like one of the first few guys who were talking about Bitcoin. You got me in the silver, so just 20 a week, like you were saying in the beginning, and I pocket that silver, and I was actually a little bit in the silver at first when it bloomed in 2011 to like $50 an ounce.
Yes.
Like I was in it right before it bloomed to $50 an ounce. But yeah, I mean, I really want to thank you real quick, and then I'm gonna let you guys finish up, and then I'll
Carl,
come
I
in.
mean, I asked him the question. I know you got some questions you wanted to ask him, and I know Ball, he's got to get going here, but if I have Ball, I'm definitely gonna, definitely gonna ask him. But go ahead, Carl. I mean, okay, so what's going on with Steam It right now, man?
Steam it, bro. Like Steam it's good. It's stabilizing right now. Like, okay, so a month ago, Steam it was telling y'all like 2 months ago, Steam was like 33 cents a coin, 30 cents a coin. Nobody was buying this. I'm like, yo, you need to buy this. This joint is jumping. Like it went from mere pennies, like a few little pennies to a couple tens of cents, and I was like, yo, this joint's about to jump. And I could tell it was jumping because you could about to make a nice move. It's when it goes up.
Hey, Carl, you cutting out, bro.
I think his mic is messed up. So Maya, she bought $5 worth of Bitcoin. Was that her first time buying Bitcoin ever?
Yes, it is.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Maya, on your path to financial freedom, girl.
Yes.
Congratulations, Maya. Hey, Maya, I'll
Okay.
tell you this. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Cool.
Okay. I'll tell you guys this. It's one live stream. I wish you had it put it back up or whatever. It was SPI hybrid. One night, me and Alex, we was playing around with Bitcoin, and we was sending it back and forth. So SPI hybrid, we was sending back and forth $1. I don't know how, but the dollar landed account and stayed there. I don't know if it just stayed there or whatever, but bro, that dollar is like 20 some dollars right now.
Wow. See?
For $1. $1. I was like, what the fuck? Like I looked in the account because I was buying some Bitcoin off a wall of coins the other day, and I was like, yeah, let me send him this address. I was like, what the fuck? I got 20 some dollars. I'm like, where the hell this come from? And I was like, wait a minute. Oh shit, this is the account we was playing with that night. I was like, this is the dollar? I was like, this is the dollar? I was like, hell no. I was like, what the heck? I was like, oh Lord. I was
Yep.
like, this is what happened to the dollar? And that was back in like what was that? That was like back in November, bro.
Yep.
And
And
with
this,
$1. Man.
I mean, would you say that's better than wasting money on scratch off tickets?
Hell yeah, bro. Oh yes, yes, yes. I tell anybody right now, man, like listen, there are so many coins out here that have the potential to not just set you free from having to work, about making you a multi-millionaire in the next couple years. Like what IamBaal is telling you guys about buying Verge into it, not buying it, but just look into it yourself and how it's like 3% of a penny. Dude, you could spend 100. What is it? You spend $100, you get 33,000 Verge coins. 33,000 Verge coins. And the truth is, Verge is about to probably make a leap in the next 3 or 4 months because I've been watching Verge because I got this app on my phone. It's called Blockfolio. Now you
Yeah, I got
download Blockfolio. You download Blockfolio. You get to set the little preset alarms when it's gonna jump or when it's coming up or going down. Man, Verge went up to 40 some percent of a penny the other day and held that jump for like 3 or 4 days. And I was like, yo, this is interesting. Because it was ticking toward like 50% of a penny. And then it came back down to like 30%. You seeing this also with other Bitcoins, like Bitcoin itself dropped down to 2,200. Now it's back up to around 2,500. and it's gonna keep bouncing like that. Now it's down to 24 right now. It's gonna go up a little bit more, come back down. It's gonna look for a new high, and when it finally jumps for its new high, I bet you we're gonna see 3,500 to about 4,000 a Bitcoin
Easily.
right around November, and then it's just gonna run. You're gonna see a goddamn run
Hold up,
for
hold
probably
up,
about 6 months to a year.
hold up. Ball, was it you or that said that by 2018 January it could go up to 10 grand for Bitcoin?
Easily $10,000 an ounce.
Wow.
A Bitcoin.
Dude, listen, don't even worry about Bitcoin. Use Bitcoin to buy other coins. That's it. Just use Bitcoin to buy other coins. Whatever amount of Bitcoin you have, you can use Bittrex and buy other coins on Bittrex, or use the. I made the video about Shapeshift. Use Shapeshift, transfer it over, and have like a the main Koinomia wallet off of like the Google Play App Store. Download that. You can hold multiple coins in the Koinomia wallet. All your coins in there and just be a holder. Once you have the coin, I mean, like, dude, it's easy. You just hold it and just check it maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, and just see where you are right there. Because when the collapse hit, these coins are gonna go radioactive, bruh. Like all these little baby coins you see are pennies now. These just gonna be like $2, $3, $4, $5.
Yeah.
YouTube who have a prediction where you can, hey, if you get in early enough underneath a penny, maybe about 1,000 or $2,000 to get 1,000,000 coins. You hold that jump for a few years. When this shit start to go radioactive, when the collapse hits, I'm telling you, you will be a multi-millionaire. You will just wake up one day, oh, it's a collapse. The price of green beans is not $1.10 a can, or 10 for 10 at Kroger's. Them shit's like $30 a can. How am I eat? And all you're gonna have to do is have a BitPay card and check that wallet. You're gonna look at that wallet and be like, motherfucker, I got $12 million. Look where the fuck this come from. I'm telling you, everybody else gonna be starving. You're gonna be eating. You're
Yeah.
gonna be eating. This is for real, bro. Like, most people don't believe it, but you will be eating, because what's happening in Venezuela right now is a sign of what's to come for us. Venezuela,
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, what happened in Greece, things that are gonna happen. No, I would say a few things. People are gonna be starving. People are going to be being put in FEMA camps who can't control themselves. Basically, starving people who are going to be robbing and stealing and rioting. They're going to be either being put down, or they're going to take shelter in FEMA camps, which are really like prisons. The rural people are going to just grow their own food and, raise chickens or whatever. But in the cities, it's going to be like fucking killing fields. And those who have money, like Bitcoin, gold, and silver, they're going to do like the rich Venezuelans did. Venezuelans living in Miami right now. They're going to pack up and leave. I'm telling you, all these rich people you see in America, they're going to dump their money in real assets as quick as possible. And that's what's going to make a lot of the Bitcoin and gold and silver go radioactive. Is because everybody who has paper money is going to look for some place to put it, and it's going to go into probably those three assets: gold, silver, Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies. Altcoins are going to go radioactive. You can have a coin today that's a penny today. It'll be $1,000, $2,000 within the next 4 or 5 years. Probably I say three max, bro. Because the collapse is coming too fast. Most people aren't prepared, and they're not trying to get ready even a little bit. Even a little bit. Most people are just, I got to keep my head down and go to this job and pay these bills. All. That's all they doing. And you tell them, like I tell people at my job, yo, man, you should look into Steam it, bro. It was like this much a couple months ago. It's this much now. Same way I was telling people back in December, $2 at the 1st of December 2016. It's $50 now. I jumped in. I told people at the car dealership I was working Yo, man, you know how we getting paid 1,000 a week? I'm telling you, you need to take $1,000 and put it together in the next 2 or 3 weeks and buy Litecoin. What you talking about? I was like, yo, I'm telling you, buy this. This is going to be good. Soon as I heard they was doing segregated witness, I was like, oh, hell finna break loose. I was like, oh, hell finna break loose. And that shit went from $2, $3 to $35. And then, like I said in the comment section, a lot of people saw it go back down some. They saw it lose $5 and they sold it off. It went to 28, it went to 25, it bounced all the way down to like 23. Now it's at $50. I'm telling you, 6 months, it'll be already be $120 to $130 a coin. Beautiful, bro. And then if
Easy.
you, yeah, easily. And I'm gonna tell you this. This is a thing. If you really want to get rich in this cryptocurrency, I've been meaning to make a video about this theory. You can do what I call the stair step down method. Is you buy a coin that's today that's like $1 or $2, and you buy a couple of them. Then when they get to a certain price, you cash out and buy the nearest bottom coin that you feel has the potential to make it to like $1 or $2 or $3 year. And you could probably end up buying 1,000,000 coins and make yourself an instant millionaire in within 12 months. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking about, you literally buy a coin that's $1, $2 today. You might buy like 500 of them for $1,000, and within 6, 7 months, that coin is like $50, $60 like Litecoin. And then you cash out and you go back down and buy a coin that's like half a penny, or something like that. You got 1,000,000 coins instantly. Bam! You cash out, buy 1,000,000, put the rest of the money in your pocket. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
I want you to make that video. I definitely want to see that.
Yeah, bro.
Yo,
Like,
Carl, let Ball talk, man. Let Ball talk.
No,
go ahead,
no,
bro.
no,
Go ahead.
no. You on a roll. Keep on going.
Yeah, cause
Wait,
that's a
hold
good
up.
strategy.
I have a quick question. Ball,
Go ahead. Go
when
ahead.
Carl was talking about the collapse, he was talking about Venezuela and that'll happen in the U.S. Do you think that Carl is right, or do you think he's reaching there?
No, I think he's absolutely right. That was another one of the topics I used to do back in the day, because what people don't understand is you got to really look in our past. America's currency has collapsed numerous times in the past. A lot of people don't understand that. It actually
Mhm.
collapsed when I believe Abraham Lincoln was president. You know what I'm saying? And,
Mhm.
and then they started using what they called back then. It was the greenback. So all these unbacked, unlimited fiat currencies, they all basically go down to zero over time. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
people don't understand, like when he was talking about Venezuela and then Greece, this is happening in our time right now. You know, I'm sitting there, and all you got to do is type in Venezuela collapse on YouTube or Greece collapse. You are seeing people that are literally, I mean, the horror stories of people kidnapping people. Oh, somebody's coming in.
That's Carl.
Okay.
Mute your mic. Yeah, he muted his mic. Okay, go ahead, Ball.
The horror stories in places like, well, Syria, that's war. That's a whole different story. But I just go over Greece recently. I mean, their collapse was so bad, and it's still going on right now, that once the money goes down to damn near nothing or close to nothing, the government, what they always do is they institute what is called capital controls. So before, if you went in your bank and you were able to take out, let's say, your whole amount if you wanted it, yeah, you could. You just, I'm going to close out my account. I want my whole amount either in cash or a check or whatever. The government says, nope, everybody in the country, you're only going to be able to take out $100 a day. That's what was happening in Greece just a couple of years ago. So, and all these little small countries, Venezuela was none of them. Russia, went through a really, really bad collapse that lasted for decades. I mean, so it's like what we were talking about before. These are the serious topics that I get into because when shit hits the fan, you're not gonna worry about who the hell Black China is sleeping with. You're gonna worry about how am I gonna eat and how am I gonna pay my bills.
So even right now, see, look, people don't believe it because it's not happening to them personally yet.
Yep.
So it's hard for you to personally put yourself in the idea that this could happen to you because you're in denial off the jump. American flag, Star Spangled Banner bullshit that is never going to come here. But I'm telling you, all you have to do is Google some stuff about America, like the state of Illinois is about to fall apart.
Yeah.
Bankruptcy, just like Detroit, man. Like, you know how messed up Detroit is right now? That's what's going to happen to the whole state of Illinois. All them teacher pension funds, all them benefits these people getting for retirement through the state programs, it's gone. It's going to go in the next year or two. It's going to be gone. And these people are going to have to fend for themselves. And once one state goes, states are gonna just be a domino effect. It's gonna be Illinois, it's gonna be California, it's gonna be Florida, it's gonna be New York, it's gonna be all these big states first, and then you're gonna see little states go one after another, after another, after another, and then the whole country's gonna be like, oh, we fucked up. And I'm telling you, when you see the first state go, Bitcoin like a motherfucker. You better be stop eating out. You better start cooking meals at home. You better start buying canned goods like a motherfucker. Seeds from out of Home Depot, the organic shit. You better start buying that shit, growing food in your backyard. Cause I'm telling you, I was in Kroger's. I looked for some Granny Smith apples just to eat some. They were 4 for $1. They're 2 for $1 this year. I bet you they'll be $1 an apple next year. I'm telling you, when
Yes.
little shit like that starts getting expensive, you're gonna be like, damn, when did apples become $5 an apple? But
Yep.
I'm not lying.
Yep.
That's when you're gonna
Well,
be
well,
realizing like, oh shit.
look at brother BGS. I've been on his channel a lot. Like, he was, one of his videos, he covered how all these retail stores are just closing down right here in America.
hmm Yo, I was at work the other day. One of my friends at work, he sits like down in cubicle from me. He was like, "Yo, Carl." I was like, "What's up, bro?" He was like, "Yo, man, you want to catch some swag?" I was like, "What you talking about, man?" He's like, "Yo, they closing like a bunch of stores." I was like, "What do you mean? They closing a bunch of Macy's, J.C. Penney's, a bunch of stores nationwide." I was like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, they're closing like 500 stores nationwide." Fuck? He was like, yeah, just Google store closing. You'll see it. I Google that shit. Yeah, they're closing stores like a motherfucker, bruh. They're closing
Yep.
stores like a The goddamn Sears around the country are closing left and right. So you people are gonna have to start making decisions. Either you're gonna buy some Jordans or you're gonna buy some cryptocurrency, some food, a gun, some bullets. You're gonna have to buy shit that's gonna be actually meaningful in the next 4 years. That's gonna mean your well-being and your livelihood, not this bullshit you buying on a daily basis. I'm sorry. Most people are making $1,000 a week. Some of y'all are making close to anywhere between 500 to 1,000 a week. You need to position yourself to at the very least, put at least 15% of what you're trying to save into something that could be meaningful for your future.
Yes.
If you do that, you will be on point. You'll be way better off than most of these people out here. I'm telling you, 1,000 a week, that's 150. 500 a week, you're talking about $75. Okay, if that's the case, then think about it. You can go in a pawn shop and buy a pistol for like 250 pro and buy bullets by the dozen for a couple dollars. You can go buy a couple
Yep.
ounces of silver for $20 a coin. Matter of fact, if you go to the coin shops, they'll cut you a deal. They'll give you 10 ounces for like almost spot price. Okay,
Yeah.
so I don't know what
Yep.
you doing. You bullshitting. You watching this fucking TV and shit too much. You need to wake up because when the collapse comes, it's not gonna be that they rounding your ass up and taking you to the FEMA camp. They gonna hit your ass with them commercials. Well, are you hungry? You have toilet paper to wipe your ass? Come to FEMA camp. That's where to God. That's gonna be the commercial. Come to the FEMA camp. Come on down to FEMA. And that shit gonna be just like they did them motherfuckers doing Katrina in the goddamn Superdome. Up in there. You gonna be fucked up in there. Shit, they gonna just leave your niggas in there because they can't house you or feed you or take care of you. It costs too damn much. I'm telling you, that's the number one thing they don't have in Venezuela right now. Toilet paper to wipe their ass, let alone food.
Yes.
People wiping their ass with their bare hands. Like, bruh, I'm telling you, you laughing, but it's not funny. It's not funny.
It's not funny, but it is funny. I'm sorry.
It's the truth, but it's like people need to wake up, bro. Like it's horrible, bro. You watch these documentaries of what's going on in Venezuela,
and Bernie and
like
shit. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, man.
no, I'm telling you, bro. Watch the documentaries on YouTube about what's happening in Venezuela, in Puerto Rico, what's happening in Greece. How Greece, like, bro, Greece is literally. They're not showing you what's happening in Greece because that's supposed to be Europe. The media doesn't want to show you that Europe's fucked up, but Europe's fucked up. Spain's about to collapse. Italy is fucked. I mean, bro,
Yep.
these countries are fucked, bro. Okay, the major majority countries like the UK, America, we gonna probably be the last ones to go, and when we go, welcome to the dark ages. Welcome to where you not look. When I say they're not gonna have to come around and round your ass up, your neighbor is gonna try to kill you because you have food.
Yes.
Listen to me, your
That's why Ball
neighbor.
got that shot.
I'm telling you. I remember that video he put out. That's why I got this 20 gauge right by the bed when I sleep because people are still kicking indoors. I was like, thank you, God. I was like, he knows exactly. 'Cause I'm telling you, bro, like it's gonna be your neighbor. It's not gonna be the military that comes to try to get you. It's gonna be the fact that you have food and you cook it in your house and they can smell the food coming out of your house. They are going to come to your door begging for food. And once they know they can't get food from you, they're going to try to steal it. And if they can't steal it from you because you're always at home, you're bugged in and you got your home secure, they're going to try to come in and break in your house and kill you for your food. They do desperate shit. Okay? You need to understand that. You need to have a fear of what happens when the food is not affordable.
Hold up, Kai. I don't mean to cut you off because I know you're spitting right now. But when will this happen? 5 years from now? 10?
No,
3?
no. Listen to me, bro. Listen to
It's
me.
already happened.
Yeah, like it's starting to happen now. It's just taking a little bit more time. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be like 6 months. It's worse. Then 6 months. It's worse. And then 6 months. It's worse. And then 6 months. Oh fuck, we fucked up. You're gonna see the signs every 6 months. States are gonna start declaring bankruptcy. People are not gonna believe it. Like, well, it ain't happening to me yet. I'll just keep going to work. It ain't happening to me yet. And then when it happens to you, you're gonna be like, fuck. You're not gonna prep. You're not gonna get ready. I'm telling you, I ain't saving nobody. I got family members. I wish them the best. I wish you the best. I wish you the best because I can't save you. I'm telling you right now. You take a little piece of your check, go buy some canned goods. You take a little piece of your check. If you living in a house, man, just go buy some seeds. Even if you don't prep very heavily, if you have seeds, you're better off. Because you have the ability to start growing food within 3 months and being able to secure yourself. I'm telling you, you have seeds. Seeds will be very expensive. Food. I'm teaching myself right now to get off this bullshit ass produce and everything. Not produce, processed food. Only thing I'm eating is green beans, baked asparagus, a little bit of chicken each meal, maybe some boiled eggs and shit. Because you would just have like some produce growing in your backyard and maybe a couple chickens. You gonna have to defend them motherfuckers with your life. You laughing, but it's for real. You gonna have to defend them motherfuckers with your life because your neighbors are gonna be starving. They're going to be starving because they don't believe in what's happening, bro. That's why, like, look, we on this live stream right now. There are just 12 people watching. When the video posts to your channel solo, you will probably get less than 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 views.
Mm-hmm.
People are in this country. There are almost 40 million people. Most people don't A, they don't know about cryptocurrency. B, they don't prepare for a collapse. Where are they gonna go and what are they gonna eat? Understand? We have on-time delivery systems to grocery stores. It's just on time. That means when the shelf clears, the truck pulled up that night, food back on the shelves. That's it, bro. Bro, when that stops, it's over, and it's not gonna stop because they can't produce the food. It's gonna stop because a gallon of gas might be $15 a gallon.
Yeah.
Diesel might be $22 a gallon. They can't afford to send your ass no food.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Bruh, like wake up. When '08 happened, how high did gas get? $6, $7 in LA, New York, Chicago. That's high as fuck.
Yep.
Wake up. When
It
the
was
shit hits, it's gonna be
450
crazy,
in
dog.
Minneapolis.
It's gonna be crazy, dog. When it hits, people ain't gonna believe it's happening until somebody hits your ass over the head with a rock because you got a piece of bread in your hand. You think I think I'm not lying, dude? There's gonna be some sick ass shit going on out here, bruh.
I believe you, bro, but I'm just wondering, when is this gonna happen? Are we talking
No,
5 years or 3 years or
no,
10
no,
years?
no. Like I was trying to tell, like he's been telling you, like I've been telling you, we're going through it right now. It's not one day. It's a series of steps and years until you get the final big event. But just like we were talking about all these stores that are closing, that's the sign of the collapse. Then you get some of these individual states. I remember I was looking online maybe like last year, and I think it was New Jersey, how they were literally holding these people's income tax checks because they needed to, make money off the interest. A lot of these states in America are so bad economically. Like, I mean, they're putting it out there for everybody to see it. What was that one state you just said, Carl?
Illinois,
Illinois, yeah.
Illinois, they're done, bro. They're done. They look in the next year and a half. They won't be able to pay the teachers' pensions or
Yes.
the factory workers or any of that. They're done, bro. Like it's over. You understand?
Over.
You're. It, I'm telling you right now. If if you're paying into a 401k, paying into an IRA, or you're paying into a benefits program, cash that shit now and go put it in Bitcoin.
Yes.
Cash that shit right now. I don't care if you gotta pay the fucking penalty. Pay the penalty out of the money that you're gonna get out of it and cash that shit today.
Wow.
Tomorrow, Monday morning, go talk to your employer about cashing your 401k. Take all your money out. Get rid of it. Because I'm telling you, when the shit falls, they not gonna cut a check for you. They not gonna give you your money. The state gonna take your money and feed itself.
Damn.
This
Well,
is the huh?
you will get some money, but what they're gonna do, they did that in Russia. I remember seeing a video about that on YouTube. They're gonna tell you what they're going to allow you to have. So let's say you were a teacher for 30 something years or whatever, and you were guaranteed, I don't know, $2,000 a month. what they're going to tell you is, nah, sorry, you know, we're only going to give you $500 a month. That's what's going to happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know,
Bruh,
this is
I mean, look, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm telling y'all, man, look, bruh, y'all wondering why. You know how you got all these black people mad at Trump for cutting welfare and food stamps and benefit programs? Bruh, they have to. They, they, it's not because they want to, they have to. The media is playing it to you as if they want to cut it. They have to cut it. In order to keep the ball rolling just a little bit longer, they have to. The way, if they kept it for another year, we probably would be in a collapse next summer. They trying to put another year or two on this shit. They have
Yep.
to, bro.
Yep.
You understand me? Like that's why the cuts are coming so fast. It's gonna be cut in October. Welfare, food stamps, all these benefits are gone. You
Damn.
understand? Like they have to cut this shit in order to make a few more years of at least peaceful existence for the American population. For this shit, it should be gone within the next 12 months, bruh. Within the next 12 months. So they cutting every little thing they can to save the ship. It's like, okay, if you own a ship and it's got a hole in it, weight on the ship, you got to throw the dead weight off to keep the water from coming in because the weight is pushing the ship down. So they trying to keep the ship from sinking as long as they can. With a plan to plug the fucking hole, but there is no plan to plug this hole. It's inevitable. There's too much debt. There's too much debt. You got, bruh, I got friends who are out of college. They don't even work in the field that they got a degree in. Fucking trucks for a living. You understand? Got degrees in English, math teachers and shit. Driving 18 wheelers, bruh. I'm like, damn, you could have came out of high school, got a job driving 18 wheelers, making that money right now, debt free. Boys, man, you need to take like $500 and just put it on some Verge. This might tell me, well, I got student loans. I'm like, nigga, in a couple years, your ass gonna be starving. I ain't helping none of y'all niggas. I ain't helping none of y'all. I ain't helping none of y'all. I'm telling people right now, look, I don't care if you got $10 a week out of your paycheck. Go put it on it. That's it. Like you be surprised that 10 might make you a couple 100,000 in the next couple years when the collapse hit. You will survive.
Yeah.
And secondly, make sure you have a passport now. Like within the next 2 to 3 months, fill out the application. Go to your local post office. Get the brown and white piece of paper for the application. As soon as you get it, go to Walgreens, pay the bullshit ass $5 to get the picture, and just fill it out and drop it back off the same day. Set your appointment for the passport application interview and get your passport. Get the passport card, because what will happen is everybody will flee this bitch like a rat on a sinking ship, and they will stop issuing passports.
Yep.
They will stop issuing passports because they know if you can leave, you taking your money with you or you taking yourself with you, they need the population to stay to try to bounce back off this shit, to eat off your tax money. I'm telling you, and with cryptocurrency, they cannot tax you. With millions of dollars of cryptos on your cell phone or in a thumb drive or floating in a wallet somewhere in a cloud, you good, fam. You good. You can just get on the plane. I'm going to Japan. You know, they say shit good in Shanghai. I'm gone. The BRICS nation's on point. I'm gone. Bye.
Yep.
like niggas gonna leave y'all just like them rich Venezuelans left them other Venezuelans down there in Venezuela. Left them niggas to die.
Okay,
Yep.
so quick question. I got Carl, not to cut you off, but I got a quick question for Ball. You said this is happening right now. Ball, you mentioned that Illinois, once that goes down, that'll be an indicator then that shit is about to go down south. Is that right?
No, What I'm saying is it's not one big event. It's like 1,000 different events that are always being reported on the media. You know, economic collapse on a personal level is when you are so broke that you're on welfare. That's your own personal economic collapse. So when you look at the numbers of people that are on welfare and food stamps, it's growing and growing, which goes to show you that unemployment is a really big problem in America. You know, I'm looking at Maya's comment, and she was saying she wished she could buy land. Land is really cheap. You know, I don't know where she lives or whatever, but I live in New York State, so there's certain magazines that come out that advertise just land. You know, you can get depending on where you live, you may only have to pay like maybe $1,000 down. You can get a couple of acres, maybe 1 or 2 acres, and you only be paying like $100 a month for land. So land is cheap
Less than
depending on
that.
where you live.
Less than
Yeah.
that. I'm talking about if you 30-year note a piece of land, you could pay like $20 a month.
Yes.
I'm not even lying, bro. You could 30-year note a piece of land and pay $20 a month. Matter of fact, if you got say you got 1,000 down, you can go to your county register office, not the register office, tax assessor office. You can ask them for the log of who's not paying their property taxes, and you could pay it and take the deed from out from under them.
Yep.
You got to do.
Yep.
You can just take the deed out from up under them. It's now your land by law. You can pull up with the sheriff and say, "Get the fuck off my property."
Yep.
They can't do shit, bro. They can't do shit because they didn't pay the property taxes. Um, it's websites like landwatch.com that you can like find huge acres of land for like a couple G's, like 2, 3 G's. You can get like 10 acres, 20 acres. Okay,
Yep.
so I mean, land. I say like this: during the collapse, land and food are going to be the two biggest things that you could either provide or have for yourself or others. Make you rich because the land, if it's fertile and you can grow food on it, you could sell things for like enormous, like like motherfuckers are starving, and you could be like, yeah, these apples are $15 an apple. Like, and they gonna be paying it too. They're gonna be paying it too because they're gonna be starving. If they try to steal, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, all you gotta do is watch these videos. What's happening in Venezuela, bro? It is retarded seeing people act this way. It scares you to see someone act like that. Like literally, you see a produce truck, not a produce truck, a poultry truck with live chickens and like these little chicken cages driving through the city. People will stop the truck, jump on the back of the truck, and pull the cages down, and the cages drop and bust, and the chickens are trying to run away, and it's like you watching zombies. It's like you watching zombies eating at people, but they trying to eat at these chickens. They trying to grab these chickens. You got somebody running down the street with 3, 4 chickens in almost each hand. Chickens, my nigga, live chickens, real live chickens.
Okay.
Oh, just running down the street with chickens in their hand, like running. The dude in the truck is like, "Hey, stop! What are you doing?" He can't do shit. He jump out that truck, they gonna kill his ass. I mean,
Oh,
you think
I
I'm
saw this.
bullshit?
I saw this thing yesterday. They had some horse in like there was some kind of circus in Venezuela, whatever. These people bust in overnight and killed that horse, and they took all the meat. I mean, so
Exactly.
and there are
Damn.
people in
Yeah, I'm
America.
laughing, but I'm
y-
telling you.
It's going on right now. So you get people that are watching BET awards and this. I mean, that is just so stupid to be watching all that stuff, man.
Bruh, these are the people who gonna be hurting. I'm telling you, these are people gonna be hurting when it comes, bruh.
You
I'm
know,
telling you, and if you
There's an old
Huh?
scripture verse, for lack of knowledge, my people perish, you know? I know,
Yeah.
Paul, you're not really a biblical guy, but at the end of the day, when I watch what's going on in Black YouTube and people are so concerned about weave and what else are they worried about? Weave. And what else are they worried about? Weave. You know what I mean? It's like, there's got to be more. I mean, it's just like, if you want to be a YouTube superstar in the Black sector, just get a Black woman with some nice lips who might be gender ambiguous and have some weave, and she'll do great. She'll do great. But anywho, but if you talk about the stuff we're talking about the future, cryptocurrencies, UBI, universal, basic income and other stuff. People don't want to hear that shit. But I think, like Carl said, there'll be a time where people are definitely gonna be paying attention to this. So,
Bruh, listen to me. When they pay attention to it, it's gonna be too late.
It's too late. Yeah.
Like, too late. Like, I'm talking about, it's gonna be so. Look, there's a video on YouTube where a Black woman and some kids are at a welfare office, and she's yelling at the camera like, "Who's gonna pay? Who's gonna feed all these kids? All these kids." That's what's gonna happen. That's when it's gonna be too late. Like, they gonna come to that point when it just stops, and they're gonna be like, "Who's gonna feed all these kids?" Nobody, bitch. You done.
Yes.
Somewhere else. That's people gonna be annoyed by your starving ass. Take your ass somewhere else. Go to the FEMA camp. They'll feed you, imprison you. You can't leave. Shut the fuck up, bitch. That's what's gonna happen. Man and woman and child for themselves. I'm telling you, all these moms you see running around here with 6, 7, 8 kids on welfare and benefits and food stamps, all these bitches gonna drop their kids at fire stations, my nigga. All of them. They're gonna be abandoning kids. You're gonna see kids abandoned in the street. I'm literally telling you, they're gonna be driving kids to the other side of town like they puppies and dropping their ass off and driving off. It's fun. Hey, I'm not lying, because you can't feed them and house them. You can't take care of them, so they just a burden.
Yep.
hold up, Carl. I know you spitting right now. Baal, what do you think of all this? Do you think this is just doomsday talk, or there's validity to all of this?
Oh, it's 100% real. It really is. I mean, there are some YouTubers, particularly in like big states like California, and they're going around showing the number of homeless people that are sleeping in the streets as just. Matter of fact, a lot of people don't understand this, but Japan, ever since their stock market crash was in the 90s, I think it was, there has been large numbers of people that have never been able to get back on their feet again. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of homelessness in places like Japan, you know what I'm saying? But yes, this is going on around the world. It's going on now. And people need to understand it's just going to get wider and wider and wider. I mean, we can laugh about it, but what we are literally talking about is millions upon millions of people dead within a short amount of time. I mean, this is just how real this topic is. Yes, America pretty much, if you go to the usdebtclock.org, they'll say, well, that's not officially endorsed by the government. It's not, but it gives you an accurate snapshot of how broke we really are, and how there is no way in hell mathematically this government can pay back any of these debts. It's just impossible. So when these countries that are holding a lot of our bonds and a lot of these other things that are keeping us going, when they say, you know what, we're going to pull the plug on the US dollar, and it could happen in next year, 2 years, 5 years. This whole American, economy is finished. So people really, really, really need to start saving up food. I tell people real briefly, I'm not going to get into this for a long time, but if you
ain't including all the other government.
The what?
What'd you say? Oh yeah, I was saying, here I am. I'm sitting back, a young black man, right? I started a small business, man, cutting grass, man. Everybody laughed at me. I started, so, bruh, I'm finna start bouncing in this real estate real quick. I'm finna make a lot of money real fast, and almost all of it is going into cryptocurrency as a savings account. Like literally, I'm not saving in dollars no more. I'm saving in cryptos, like SPI Hybrid. Everything's gonna be in cryptos. Why would I want to save in a dollar when I can save in something that's gonna make me money over time? And if I want to access my money, it's as easy as having a BitPay card with like a 20G limit. I can put whatever I want on that joint.
Yep.
I don't have to have a bank account. And it's untaxable. It's untaxable. Bruh, I'm not finna be like the rest of these people you see. These people in they 20 some years old with a BA degree of BS, and they sitting up there with 60, 100. Bro, I got a friend. This man went to college to become a history teacher. And I'm like, bro, don't do it. I'm like, bro, please don't do it, bro. Like, become something like an engineer. Learn math, science. I don't even want to go to college, and I know not to do that dumb shit. I know not to do that. He's like, no, man, see, if I get a master's, I'll be a college professor, and then I can make like 50 grand a year. I'm like, you a dumb motherfucker. Master's gonna cost you 120 a year.
Yep.
About the interest, nigga. Like, that's probably 3 to 4 or 5% interest on the 120. Do the math, bro. The basic minimum payment you would have to make is might be a G a month.
Yep.
Oh, that's just to knock it down. That's not to get rid of it. You might have to pay 12,000 a year to knock it down in 10 years. If you pay less than that, you just extending it with the interest. So you talking about you might make 50 grand a year. Really, you saying you're gonna make 38. You're gonna
Yep.
make 38. Then minus your cost of living, minus the fact you just bought a new car. I'm just adding it up to him. And this was about a year ago. He just got his master's degree. And when I added it up to him and we finally came to the last determination, I was like, bro, you be lucky.
You cut off? Y'all still on?
Oh,
Call get off?
hello, Ball, you there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to
You'll be
Carl.
that say 2000. You've been working since I was like 18. I'd be like, okay, how much you got saved?
Jeez.
I'm check to check. Okay, so you telling me you've been working for 30 years and you couldn't even save 1,000 a year? Fuck out of here. I got more money than you, and I ain't shit for 28. And I've been working since I was 20, 8 years. I got way more money than you. Like, you need to go sit your ass the fuck down somewhere. Age don't mean shit. Bro, these people are lost. And then you got all these traditionalists talking about marriage. You need to go have a wife. You need to go have kids. Like, for what? The collapse is coming, nigga. Like, you wait till these people, bro, wait till these people and with these families. It's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. Like, I mean, these are going to be the people you got to, like, these are going to be people you got to put down, bro. Because they're going to be trying to feed their kids and they're going to see you as a single individual and you got your resources together. Because you got your resources together, they're going to think, you don't need it. My family needs it more. Let me knock your ass off and take your shit. People you're going to have to separate from. Traditionalists. Because the first thing the traditionalists will tell another man, your job to make a sacrifice. trying to idolize you, and as a man, you gotta start understanding this. Hey, they don't have a click in their force. These are all canned goods. They do not. They are broke. They are on in debt, car debt, student loan debt, house debt, cancer debt. Literally, they are broke. They'll be the first ones to turn violent. I'm telling you, you need to understand this. Who you are close to, where you live. If you live in the city, move out. Please start to move out. Look at where you could work outside the city or at the edge of the city limits, and then live beyond that point. Like if the city limits stop right here, your job needs to be right on the edge of that, and then your home needs to be somewhere about 40 miles beyond that. I'm not bullshitting you.
Oh God. Oh,
You
Carl,
got
Carl, hold it down, man. Hold up, Carl, hold it down. I gotta go to the restroom, man. Hold it down. Thank you.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
No,
the,
telling you, bro.
keep talk. Ball, what do you got to say? I gotta go to the restroom real quick. You
yeah, bro.
guys keep talking. Thank you.
King Nick was saying, can I mention Mount Gox? Well, Mount Gox was an exchange a couple of years ago, and they got hacked and they lost millions of dollars in Bitcoin. And yes, he's absolutely correct. Where this is why I tell people all the time, and Maya, I don't know if she has a blockchain. I basically use a blockchain.info account. You know what I'm saying? So yes, once you buy your coins from Coinbase or any other place, don't you ever leave your coins on any one of these exchanges. Immediately take it out to your own private wallet where you have your keys set up. Don't lose your keys. Don't lose your it's like a backup phrase if you lose your you lose your settings to that. That's what you do. So you always keep all this information in a safe. I keep all this information in the safe. Send it to your own private wallet and keep your Bitcoin in your own possession. Because yes, there has been a lot of different exchanges that have been hacked or whatever. So
Or get you a cold storage device.
yeah.
Storage device. I mean, a cold storage device. Some people like this. It can be simple as you go into a pawn shop and buying an offline cell phone, and the only time you use it is to buy, trade Bitcoin, and then you cut it off the Wi-Fi, and you put it in airplane mode. That's as simple as a cold storage device, and that'll keep people from accessing it. And you can just stick that anywhere. Like you could put it in your house, you can put it in a safe or whatever to keep it safe, or you can get one of them like $50, $100 little SIM cards, not SIM card, sticks. Keep key. That's what it's called keep key. You can plug it in to your phone. It's got a little USB port for your little, razor charger style, or Android or iPhone, and you can just download the Bitcoin into the keep key,
Yep.
and it's locked. And the keep key got its own password too. And then it comes with software. You can plug it into a laptop, and then shoot it back into the laptop, and then send it to wherever you want it to go. So I mean, store your Bitcoin safely. Store them on a cold storage device. Like I got two cell phones. One of them is cold storage, and the other one for just what I'm on right now, talking to you guys, or I'm just surfing the internet. I never use the cold storage device to do nothing. It has no apps on it except a Jax wallet, a Konami wallet. It has coin exchanges. The whole entire phone is dedicated to storing and housing cryptocurrency. That's it. I never cut the Wi-Fi on. I never take it off airplane mode unless I'm about to buy or trade some Bitcoin. As soon as I'm done, I cut it off. I cut all the Wi-Fi off. I cut all the airplane mode. It's come back on, and nobody can tap that phone at all. It's cut off. So I'm telling you, man, be safe about how you store your cryptocurrency. Be very, very thorough about this because people were stupid. They left that shit on the exchange with like a basic, simple password, and some people got an algorithm to plug into Mount God. People had like 8-letter passwords or less. People had like literally like 2 3-letter passwords. Like the motherfucker password was like the number 300 or some shit. It's so simple. Like it's so simple to hack something with a 3-digit password, and that's all they did. And they stole thousands of coins off of people. Like you know what I'm saying? Please do not hesitate to lock your stuff in cold storage because you're holding it. You're not trading it. You're holding it. You know what I'm saying? As soon as the company that has developed the cryptocurrency develops a app to the phone, download it to the device that you want to store it on, and then cold storage it. If you don't have a second phone, go buy a little cheap little smartphone out of a pawn shop for $100 or $50 or something. You look use phone to the Wi-Fi in your house or something, and download. Take all the other apps off of it, and download only a Jax wallet, Cornomia wallet, whatever wallet you need to hold your cryptocurrencies, and then just cut it off. Cut the Wi-Fi off, cut the airplane mode on, and then turn it off. And that's cold storage.
Let's
I'm
show you
telling
mine
you.
real quick. Now this is my little blockchain wallet on my phone, and you do exactly what he says. You can send, you can receive Bitcoin on there, and once you're finished with it, you can either go airplane mode or just turn your phone off, and that's what's cold storage. It's basically stored offline so people can't have access to it. Basically, that's all it is.
Yeah. And see, that's a lot safer because I'm telling y'all, you leave your shit on Coinbase and Coinbase go down one day, then the shit come back up and your coins are gone. You're gonna be
Yep.
fucked. Don't put it on Coinbase, Bittrex. If they don't have a app for it yet, I understand if you're gonna hold some coins on Bittrex, but as soon as they download that app, man, switch your shit, send your shit over to transform it into whatever coin you was holding it in, and then send that shit over to your cold storage on that app, and just lock it and leave it alone, and store it
Yep.
and leave it alone. And I'm telling you, because a lot of these companies they develop apps in the app store. They're in the app store. You just gotta search the name. You'll see that they got their own app for it. So yeah, man, it's this is no game. Protect your asset, please. Protect your assets, ladies and gentlemen. And like I tell y'all, man, if you're gonna have, I tell people like this: if you're gonna prepare for this upcoming collapse, there are several things you're gonna need. They pretty much work in tandem. Okay, you're gonna need a small for at least 6 months to a year. So you're gonna at least need about 3 cans of cans good a day, or four, depending on how you like to eat. So you need to count out, 365. You need to get that times three, that times four. Stack it up. Um, After that, you need to have some type of currency that can carry you over into the new age, whatever age we about to go into, the dark ages, the currency collapse age. You need to have something that carries you over into the next age, whether it's silver, cryptocurrency, whatever you feel the most comfortable putting your money towards. You need to have protection, and I do mean protection. Like you need to have small protection, big protection. God damn it! If you need to have a fucking sword as a last resort, as your last, you got to put your back to the wall and swing that katana. Fuck it, swing it for real. You may think it's a fucking joke, but 3, 4 niggas running in your house trying to steal your shit, you might have to swing on these niggas. I mean, it's serious. Like, you need to have some protection for yourself. And this isn't like fear mongering or anything like that. This is like you could have one Glock 9mm rounds of ammo, which wouldn't take much to get. You can get one out of a pawn shop for $300. You can get rounds of ammo, 100 a pack, mid grain, mid powder grain, for like $30 for 100 rounds. Depending on where you go to one of them bargain bins, like one of the sporting goods stores. They got cases of this shit just sitting there. I'm telling you, like 30 cents a bullet, 40 cents a bullet. Real, man. Like, this is real talk. You need to be prepared for what will come if these niggas go wild. Because they'll go wild. Like, they don't have no way to feed themselves. Most of these people are living check to check right now. Imagine if all this shit get cut off. The food in their house will be gone within a month, less than a month, 2 weeks. It'll be over for them. And like I tell y'all, man, they finna cut welfare and food stamps and all this other stuff in October. Wait till October. You might see glimpses of this shit in October, bruh. People begging for money in front of Walmart, Kroger's, different food stores, begging for you to go in the store, give them something to eat because they ain't got no money. Because these lazy ass niggas been on welfare for 3-4 years, been on food stamps for 3-4 years. They don't have no job, no work experience. They done got kicked off the shit overnight. Have to pay for the food. They have no welfare or a Section 8 to pay for their apartment. They about to be homeless. They're gonna be begging. You're gonna see so many beggars come out of nowhere, probably around like fucking Thanksgiving, Christmas shopping on one hand. Everybody else will be robbing, stealing, and begging. I'm telling you, people are blind to this, but when it starts to happen, you gonna be like, damn, that nigga Carl was right. I need to go get a gun. I need to go get some food. I need to get these cryptos. By then, like I tell y'all, crypto's gonna be blowing up. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too expensive for most of y'all, and most of y'all haven't done your research. You don't know what to look for, so then you won't be able to step down. You won't be able to say, okay, I got $1,000. Let me go buy some Bitcoin. Okay, what can I put the Bitcoin in? You're going to be looking for something to throw it in. Hey, okay, let me not look at all these dollar coins. Let me go into the penny coins and see who got the best product. And then throw it there and then collect about 1,000,000 coins and then sit back and be like, okay, in 6 months, I should be okay. So I think I can survive 6 months. The million penny coins are $1 or $2 each. So a lot of y'all don't have a strategy. You don't have a plan. You're just hoping that it all works out. Praying to Jesus or whoever, Allah. I'm a Muslim. But I'm telling you right now, the shit go down. All my brothers in Islam, inshallah, I hope you got your shit together. See you in Jannah. But I'm being serious. You're going to be on your own. Your own. I'm not coming to feed nobody. Not giving nobody nothing. You're going to be like, send me some Bitcoin. Be like, these nuts. You on your own. We're laughing now because it's like, you got to laugh because it's so, like, it's so bizarre to hear it, but you know, like, it's possible. So you got to kind of like laugh it off, but it's for real. Like people are going to be fucked up.
This
And it's just, you know.
This brother Juba says, is it too late to join Bitcoin? Absolutely not. No. It's not.
Get in now. Look, bro, you can use the Bitcoin now to buy the smaller coins, bro. The smaller coins. Don't worry about Dash. Do not worry about Ethereum. They are too far gone. You can't get 1,000 coins of Ethereum. You will need to have like $30,000. It's too gone. You need to look at a coin that's less than a penny. Sidecoin, Digibyte, Verge. Sure, you can even get on Pinkcoin. You can even go get some of these very small coins that are very cheap right now. I'm talking about. I know a coin right now that is like, right. It's like right at 10% of a penny. If you buy $100, you get 1,000,000 coins. Motherfucker like a hawk. I'm talking about I watch it every day. I watch it sometimes. I be at work watching this motherfucker. They be like, "What you doing?" They be like, "Get off your phone." I be like, "Fuck you," cause I'm telling you, I'm watching this motherfucker develop like a hawk. It was like nothing. It was dust on the scale of where it is now. Like literally dust. Like you watch that shit on Bittrex, it has nothing on its ticker, and then the shit just popped up, and it was 10% of a penny, 20% of a penny, 15% of a penny, back down to 10%, back up to 13% of a penny. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's nice. I'm like, this motherfucker's like it's about to reach penny or something. I'm like, yo, let me just watch this. It's got a good little white paper on it and everything. Let me watch this. So yeah, bro. And if you don't know what a white paper is, it's basically the definition of what the coin or what the value or what it's supposed to do. Read the white papers on the coin before you choose which one to get into. But yeah, man, like a lot of y'all gonna get just left. I've been saying it for the last year. You're gonna get left behind. And I'm sorry, but no one is coming to save you. Okay? Take the
What
time now. You have the time right now.
Nick is saying,
Yeah.
don't buy Digibyte. It fell in price. No, see, we're trying to get a lot of you guys to understand. All these coins are gonna go up and down. They're all gonna go up and down. You shouldn't worry about whether you lost money in the price. Matter of fact, when it goes down lower, you should be buying more. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Because
I already know Digibite is under a penny.
yeah,
Go ahead, ball. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I mean, it's gonna go back up, and that's the reason why a lot of these coins are in the red because people get afraid. They're like, oh my God, all these coins are in the red. It's going down lower and lower. Don't worry about that. It's not a shit coin, like he's saying. It's a really, really, really good coin. And within a, with, I can't give you a time frame. Nobody can give you a time frame. But when you're dealing with a real coin that has real good solid value and is really doing some real things, it is not impossible. I made the video about Cloak Coin recently, and I made that video
Mm-hmm.
when it was around $2 a coin. Cloak Coin burst up into like it was like
12.
$10. Yeah, $12.
12.
Yep, yep,
12. I saw that video, bro. The same day you made it, I put it on my portfolio, and I put an alert on it it was like 350, and I put an alert on it for $4. When it went to $4, I bought. I started buying. Then the shit went to 12. I was like, where the fuck 12 come from?
yep,
I bought it at work and got off work and looked at the coin. It was $12 in a day. I was like, what the?
yep,
I was like, what is this? I was like, what is this? And the person who told me about it is right here on the stream with me now. IamBaal, man. Like y'all not
yep,
listening, bro. Stop worrying about the up and down motion. Cloak coin that fell back down to $6. I ain't worried about it. I'm leaving my money in it. That coin
yes,
has potential, great potential. I'm
massive
telling
potential.
you.
I would say within the next
Look,
couple of months, it's gonna burst up to like $35 a coin.
yes, that coin, steam it. Like I told y'all, bro, it was 33 cents a coin like 3 months, 4 months ago. It is $1.68, $1.70 right now. I'm telling you, you give it like he said, cloak coin probably by the end of the year, $30, $40. Steam it probably $20, $25. Like you can be scared all you want to because you got a scared ass mentality. Your mentality is it gotta stay green all the time for me to stay in it. That's most of y'all mentality.
Yep.
I'm scared. I'm gonna lose some money. Oh my God. That's your whole mentality. You want it to be positive 24/7. It's not going to be positive 24/7. You're going to have downtime, 2, 3 months, a downtime, 6 months, a downtime, maybe even a year, a downtime. Maybe not to the point where it's completely to zero, but maybe you might lose 20, 30, 40 cents a coin, $1 a coin. You might have a a $10 coin and it go back down to $5 for 4 months, and then all of a sudden you one day you just not watching it, and you just somehow some just tells you go look at the coins real quick, and you look and the coin went from 5 to 25, like just in a week, and you be like, when the fuck did it do this? When did I not see this? I'm telling you, that's how. Look, bro, that's how Litecoin was. Litecoin was $2 in December. It's $50 today in 6 months.
Yeah.
Please, people, shut the fuck up and just listen, cause you being stupid. I gotta say it as purely as possible. You're being stupid. The nuggets on this channel right now to go buy things that are pennies, less than pennies. I know DigiByte is like less than 90% of a penny right now. I don't care. $100, I'm gonna get 100,000 coins. You understand? I'm going to get close to like probably. Let me see. What would be the amount? Yeah, probably about 100,000 coins. No, I take that back. I'm sorry. My math is off. Sorry. 10,000 coins. Okay. The thing, right? So I think I was right on that one. Yeah, 10,000. Okay. But this is the thing, bro. You gotta understand when you dealing with a coin like that, bro. You could just put 25 a week in that coin. By the end of the year, it might be a couple cents a coin. It might be 10, 15 cents a coin. Imagine if you got 100,000 coins or 200,000 coins or 300,000 coins, and then when it turns into $1, you could just walk off your job the same day. They be like, "What's wrong with you?" Be like, "Man, fuck y'all, man. I'm gone."
Yep.
The same day, you could just be like,
Yep.
"Man, I'm gone." You ain't gotta tell nobody shit. You can just walk off. Walk off. Walk off. Go sit in your car. Cut on your BitPay card and send money to it. Go pay your bills. Go kick your feet up. Stockpile your supplies. All that shit. Just And these niggas wondering why. Why did he just walk off the job? What happened? That nigga got Bitcoin. That nigga got money now. He done got 600, 700,000 because he had, you know what I'm saying? He had a couple 100,000 coins and it went to $2, $3. 300,000 coins. That's 200, 300,000 times, you know, $3. Do the math.
Yep.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you could go back to 2000 and say, when in 2009, 10, and buy
2009.
10,000, yeah, what was it? Buy 10,000 Bitcoin for probably $100.
Yep.
I'm telling you, you should do. Like, if we all could go back and do it, we would do it right now. I'm telling you right now, you better hold 10,000 DigiByte or something. You better have your hand in something now, because when time passes, you say, "Damn, why didn't I listen to them?" You'll be chilling. Like IamBaal put in his last couple videos, he gonna be in the Caribbean with a bad Caribbean chick. Okay? I'm gonna be in Asia somewhere, chilling, probably in Shanghai or someplace with a little Asian little joint. I don't know where you gonna be in the FEMA camp. That's gonna be the truth. You're gonna be here in the FEMA camp. We're gonna be gone.
Yep.
Cause I ain't even worrying about bugging in or bugging out. I'm gonna bug out the fucking country.
Yes.
You understand? Cause America might break into a civil fucking war. Where, I mean, seriously, most of y'all don't understand, when people starve, they kill each other for what resources they have. And eventually armies begin to mass themselves to kill as many people as they can to gain their resources. And then those armies create other armies that want to fight those other people off. And it might turn into a fucking civil war for resources. Okay? So I'm telling you, it can happen. It might happen in Venezuela first. You might see it happen in Venezuela first, or these other countries first. You'd be like, "Oh, that wouldn't happen to us." We're America. America, stars and stripes. Like you might think that bullshit. Drink the Kool-Aid, watch CNN and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then when it happens here, you're gonna be fucked up. It's stable. I'm telling you, all these other countries are intelligent. They are smart. They realize they've been around longer than we have. They've been around centuries. They understand that it comes and goes. And you have to prep when it goes. Why do you think Russia, China, Brazil, South Africa, India, the BRIC nations are prepping? India is buying silver. They are the biggest silver buyer in the world. China and Russia are buying shit tons of gold. Japan just legalized Bitcoin, and other countries are on the forefront to do the same damn thing. Brazil is legalizing coins too. They're increasing their crop production. They're starting to do international trade with the other BRIC nations. Like you have to understand, these coins are prepping for what they already know is going to happen. When America and Western Europe fall, everybody's going to feel the hurt, and we're going to feel it the most because we're here when it happens. If you want to be safe, you either need to prep to be here when it happens, or you need to prep to leave. Two
Yep.
things you need to do. Prep to be here when it happens, either have your guns, your silver, your food, your garden, everything, and prep to be here when it happens, or prep to leave. Have your cryptocurrency and have a passport all ready early. Have it early. And when as soon as shit hit the fan and you see you got money on your cryptos, do not wait to leave. Because what will happen is they're gonna let people leave in the beginning, but then they're just gonna close. They're not gonna let you leave. Sneak out like Mexicans trying to sneak into America. You understand? Like they're not gonna let you leave. They're gonna try to keep you here as much as possible. I'm telling you, look at the poor Venezuelans. Poor Venezuelans can't leave. Passport. They still they not let them leave. All the rich Venezuelans got out early. They got out 2, 3 years ago. They saw the writing on the walls. They got out early. I got a homeboy. He's Venezuelan. His parents are doctors. Here in America, he went down to Venezuela right before the collapse happened about 6 years ago. He had opened up a shop. We buy gold, we buy silver, we buy this, we buy that. He opened up one of those like they have here in America. He went down there with a little bit of money to open up a little storefront. I mean, the motherfucker had a vest and AK-47 under his desk. He put pictures of the shit on Instagram. We was chatting about the shit. Like he made shit tons of money. He bought their gold and gave them paperback fiat for it. Around and packed everything up and flew his ass back to America. Him and his family live in Miami right now with his Venezuelan wife. He chilling with money. But even his dumb ass don't realize it's coming to America soon. I'm telling you, bro. Like it's gonna be bad. You need to be prepared to leave America if necessary. Have yourself a country to go to. Speak their language. Get Rosetta Stone. Start studying now. Be prepped up to leave. But yeah, man.
I hope they do.
Man, they not, bro. They not. They gonna write everybody in the comments. I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go do it. Yeah, the fuck right. They not. I'm telling you, they not. They not. I'm telling you, look, it's gonna be right now. We talking about 0.0001% of people are on it. That's it. Wait till everybody else and their mama jump in this shit. Their mama try to get on cryptocurrencies. The price is gonna go radioactive. That's why you got the real predictors like these rich people, these industrialists, these gurus, they looking at Bitcoin, they tell y'all it might be 2-3 million, it might be 4-5 million, and people like, yeah, right, it might be 4-5 million. No, bro, when everybody and their mama trying to get their hands on some of it might be 2-3. They ain't bullshitting. When the collapse hit, everybody and their mama like, I gotta get my money on Bitcoin. Hey, I'm gonna be gone. I'm gonna be in Shanghai. I'm gonna be in China. I'm gonna be in Indonesia. I'm gonna be somewhere where it's peaceful. They ain't feeling the collapse. They got gold and silver to back up their fiat or something, and they just chilling and they laughing. They gonna be kicked back laughing. I'm telling you. And I'm gonna be chilling. I might be in Japan with one of them gorgeous Japanese chicks because I mean, it's gonna be, bruh, it's gonna be survival of the fittest. And if you don't get prepared now, you're gonna get left. You're gonna just get left, and you're gonna be one of these
Yep.
people who are gonna be stuck in one of these FEMA camps, or you're gonna starve on the street, or I mean, that's gonna be your fate. It's not gonna be a lot of options for you. It's gonna be a few little options, like 3 or 4 options, and that's gonna be it. Or you're gonna be out here in the street battling like fucking gladiators for food. Literally, it's gonna be like the fucking 1992 LA riots in this bitch.
Yep.
I'm
I
telling you.
I
Go
saw
ahead,
the
bro.
like you were talking about all the countries like China and all of them buying up gold, and they're buying up tons and tons and tons of it. They did a Bloomberg article a couple of years ago that China real soon is going to go online with their own gold-backed exchange. So
Hmm.
they said if they get the international people to go in there and actually physically count the gold, let's just say they count the gold and it's X amount of tons in there. What what they're saying for gold now is with the next couple of years, gold can easily be $64,000 an ounce.
Hmm.
So it's just like you saying, all the rest of the countries are preparing for this economic collapse. They know it's coming. America is just like keeping us all in the dark, and that's why I tell people a lot. Most of the people, you don't have enough money to buy a full gold coin or whatever, but you sit here and you buy the grams. The grams only cost $50 a gram, and keep on buying, keep on buying, keep on buying. Maybe over the course of a year, you're gonna have you a full, solid ounce of gold or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
Sure.
any,
I tell them like this, bro. Um, yeah, the same thing you said, and buy some silver, please. God, silver is so cheap. Oh my God, please buy silver, please. Silver is $20 an ounce. Spot price if you buy 10 at a time, you could probably get it at 17 an ounce. I'm
yep,
telling you, you can get 10 ounces for like 170, 180. Buy some silver. That shit might be $20 an ounce. I mean, sorry, $20,000 an ounce in the next few years. When gold 60 an ounce, silver might be like 20K an ounce. Man,
yep,
I mean,
exactly.
I feel so sad. Like, bruh, it's literally gonna be starving kids out here. Parents are not gonna be feeding their kids because they gotta feed themselves first. Like, I mean, literally, they're gonna be abandoning children in the street, bruh. I'm done.
Yep. Oh yeah. You still here, Solo?
I'm still. Can you hear me? I'm still here.
Yeah.
I'm still here, rocking.
I'm about to say that
Yeah.
was the longest bathroom break ever, man.
Oh man. But
But listen,
yeah.
guys, I do have to get going. Ball, I got a question. When can we expect this new video series from you?
I'm gonna do two this week, so I would say expect it like around Thursday.
And Carl, you gonna upload a video too?
Yeah, I'll probably do about 3 this week. I've been working on them. I just haven't had the time to finish the final editing.
Okay. This was
So I got 3 lined up. Already got the voice recordings already set. I just need to get the video editing together.
this is exciting
I'll
stuff.
probably put at least 2 of them out on Tuesday. So yeah, and I'll probably honestly, bro, like, oh man, please, for the love of your future, please buy the coins that are less than $1. Please stop making a big deal about the price going up or down. Focus on coins that have a good, stable of what they can do for the future. Like you got coins like Humanique that are putting banking services in third world countries. It's only 14 cents. Please, please don't worry about Bitcoin. Please, you can get a lot of bang for your buck with $1.
Yep.
Okay? Please.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
got to get off of here too.
Yeah, all right, guys, I'm going. Y'all have a good night.
You too.
All right, guys. I appreciate that. Those special guests, IamBaal and Carl on Solo TV. Great. Ball, I didn't know it was going to go that way, but with Carl, man, I love it.
Call on fire.
You know. But this is, I guess, Ball, because you are the special guest. Hold on, let me plug in my mic. Since you're the guest, Ball,
Do you have any final words before we end this stream?
Yeah, just like I said, I'll put the videos up this week. Watch the videos. If they have any questions, they can ask me. And like I said, some of y'all, if you're just getting started, leave me your Bitcoin address. I'll send you some Bitcoin, and we'll get this thing moving. So that's all. Everybody have a good night.
Okay. And hold up, before you guys leave, I'm about to put IamBaal's channel on the chat here. I appreciate him for hopping on. He's a good brother. Once again, I found out about him. I've known about Ball, but I didn't know he was a mover and shaker until he was put on that damn fuckery list. You know what I mean? You pissed them women off, bro. But yeah, Ball, I think it's very motivating. I think that you keep doing what you're doing, Ball. I know that what you're posting is not popular in the Black community. It's not about, but like you said, it's not about views. And I'm the same way now, Ball. I noticed that for me, I rather talk about stuff that makes me financially independent, because talking about Cynthia G or swirlers is not gonna make me financially independent 5 years from now. We got to talk about stuff for brothers that are in the know that is gonna make us financially independent. So
Yeah.
I appreciate Ball. Everybody, please subscribe. Hit number 1 if you haven't subscribed yet, and if you have subscribed, hit 2 in the chat, because we need to support Ball, man. He makes cryptos very he makes cryptos very simple. There's a lot of different crypto content creators. There's some guys, man, they're just trying to push a shitty coin, I've noticed. Have you seen that?
Yep.
It'll be guys like pushing this shitty ass coin, and you're like, yeah, but who else is pushing this coin? And this guy's just pushing this coin because he probably gets affiliated marketing points off of it or whatever, Yeah. So everybody support Ball. Ball, I appreciate you. Please subscribe. Darkman Jeff, man, subscribe to Ball's channel, bro. He makes it simple. And Ball, one thing I got a quick question for you, Ball, before we end this. I noticed, and this is something I've taken from you actually, when you make your crypto videos, you don't really go make them 20 minutes or 30 minutes. You make them like 5 minutes or less. Is it just by design, or is this just, okay, this is really all it is?
Yeah,
you
I
make
mean,
them that short.
it is by design, because you get a lot of these channels, they're trying to dazzle you with a lot of technical terms and stuff like that. You don't need to go into that. You just need to basically know how to buy it, how to send it, how to receive it. That's all you need to know. I'm not here to dazzle on anybody. I'm here to just get you started, get you into this game, and get you making some money. So, that's all you got to do is just keep it simple. That's all.
And thank you. Shout out to Nick. He's also one that's put me on crypto. I appreciate that. And Ball, man, I hope to have you back in the future. And maybe in the future, 5 years from now, I'll tell you about my $500,000 flip or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, brother. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. Peace.